My name's Simonize, and welcome to another Simonize stream. Today we are doing solo mount and binding runs on my 3 rogue characters. We'll go to Karazhan to try to get Fiery Warhorse. We'll go to Zul'Gurub to try to get the Raptor mount and the Tiger mount. Maybe we could go to Scarlet Monastery for the not Scarlet Monastery. Magister's Terrace. I was thinking of Scarlet Monastery because we got to do that in hardcore. Anyways, after we do our mount runs, we can do binding runs as well in Molten Core. Try to get bindings for Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. That would be an excellent one to add to my collection if we can get lucky. But then after we finish up with all those mountain binding runs, we'll go on to Classic Era servers to play on our hardcore rogue, who just hit level 40. I'm super stoked. We got our level 40 mount, 60% speed increase, Black Stallion. Ooh, it's good. But you know what? Our weapons kind of suck right now, which is why we really want to go to Scarlet Monastery and Razorfen Downs, because we can get some really good quest reward weapons from those instances. So we'll see what we can do in mountain binding farming, and we'll see what we can do in hardcore today. I'm looking forward to today's stream. I think it'll be fun, and I hope you guys enjoy watching. If you're watching on YouTube, you can go down below the video. There'll be timestamps for each of the individual bosses we go to farm, and then the hardcore stuff will be separated out into a separate VOD for sure. And if you're watching on YouTube, we are live at twitch.tv/SimonizeShow 5 or 6 days a week usually, and at the very moment you're watching this on YouTube, we could be live. So, you might want to pop over to Twitch, see if we're going, see if you want to catch a live show as well. Or, stay on YouTube. That's totally fine too. Let's see. Let me take a moment to put the stream alerts out on some other Discords, and then we'll get this show on the road, okay? We'll get our talent specs set up. We use a special talent spec for soloing. It makes it, it's not necessary for every boss that we, solo, but it certainly makes things easier if we have a spec for soloing, with extra avoidance talents and stuff like that. You'll see that in just a sec when we set it up. As soon as I get these stream alerts done. And one more. Boom. Okay, we all good. Okay. This guy's been following us. I think he's a fan. Beat pics of Valor. Let's check out his gear. Let's see if it's as good as Glyphs of Azzinoth. That weapon is not as good as a Glyphs of Azzinoth, unfortunately. See, he's all loomed up. Double loom trinkets. Death warmed belt crafted item. Pretty good. Looks like, and footpads of silence. Pretty good. Tim's trusty helmet. What is this? Not the most attractive of headgear, but it gets the job done. Be sure to escape as quickly as possible after putting it on. I don't think I've seen that item before. Yeah, looms there. Yeah, it looks like it's like a pretty fresh level 80 rogue. Got some crafted items going. Probably gonna, get into some raids, get those looms replaced. Awesome. Okay. We've got business to take care of. Oh, this guy says they're a fan too. Dandroid. I'd give them a salute. Looks like they've got actual raid gear. Look at that. Those are Old War daggers. Those are gloves of endless dark. Those are probably the tier shoulders, Conqueror's Terrorblade, and the red chest. Is that the tier? I think that's the tier chest. Yeah, it's the tier chest. It's the same art. It's just a different coloring compared to Embrace of the Gladiator. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, you guys. You gotta get moving. Eugene. Hello, how's it going? Bunyan, hello, what is up? Let's see, where we go first? Probably Zul'Gurub and or... Yeah, Zul'Gurub first. So we want to portal to Stormwind. We want to clear up some inventory space. Also, I've got to get some consumables over here. Which, ooh, I have to remember which rogue I left them on. I think I left all the soloing consumables on Simon 3. So just a little bit of housekeeping before we get on our way to do this super top secret mission of solo farming all these mounts. Meow, how's it going? What's up? You feeling lucky today? You think we're gonna get some mounts? Maybe some bindings? Okay, we need, like, gear that's actually good instead of... There we go. We've got some, second-rate weapons, like, not quite as good as my best weapons, but, you know, they've got Life Ward enchants on them, so that's good. We like these Life Ward enchants for soloing. Now, which spec do I want to reset? This one's fine.
Hey there.
I wish to unlearn talents. Yes. Yes. Okay, now what do? We skip Improve Sinister Strike because we're going to get... we are going to get Hemorrhage and use that as our combo point builder. Blade Flurry. Blade Twisting. No, don't need that. Weapon Expertise. Yes, that's good. Shoot. I need this also. And I can put a point there. Wait. I'm missing something, I think. Doing this all from memory, basically. Okay, whatever. That's the point. There. 1, 2, 3. Put one more point there. Combat Potency, Savage Combat Surprise Attacks. Unfair Advantage. Something we don't take in the rating spec, but is super duper insanely good whenever you're soloing. Whenever you're actually taking attacks from enemies. This talent's insane. Also, this talent's insane. Whenever you're actually taking attacks from enemies. Arthren 1 coming in with a Prime sub. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Subtlety. We go over here. We're gonna go Camouflage and this one and this and this and this. And now what do we want? Setup is very good. And now we need one more point. Oh, we'll go there. Actually, let's go there. 1, 2. There we go. That's our talent build for soloing. Learn. Now we go to my slot, which is a nice add-on for managing key bindings. I just flip it around like that. And now all my key bindings are right, except for this one. Now they're all right. Is it laggy a bit on my end? Is it a bit laggy? I don't know what's happening on your computer. I only know what's happening on my computer. I can't tell you if it's... what I can tell you is from the start of the broadcast to now, I've had 9,000 dropped frames, but that number is no longer increasing. 8:59, 9 o'clock. I'm looking at what metrics I can see. Streaming at about 48 FPS, 4,000 kilobytes per second. And yeah, the drops frames number, ever since I started looking at it, hasn't changed, but it is at 9,000, so I must have dropped some a little earlier in the broadcast. But as far as I can tell, it is looking good. It's good now. That number's not increasing. Okay, we have the talent spec. Let's go find all the consumables. I believe I left on this character. Are there still broadcasts with your Warlock on the channel? No, we haven't played the Warlock in a long time. I really don't like the playing Warlock. I think it's lame. Yeah, this is the character with all the consumables. So, we just mail them from one character to the next. There's those. Blackened dragon fin we need. We need some number of bandages. Expose armor, hunger for blood, mutilate, trick slice, backstab, killing spree. Okay, we'll have to buy the glyphs again. That's fine. Thistle tea, rune scroll of fortitude, drums of kings, drums of... Do I have drums of the wild? 11 charges. I might need more drums of the wild. We might be running out of those. Gosh, I know there's more consumables. There have to be. Scroll of agility, that's an important one. There's only 4 of these left. We're gonna have to buy more. Scroll of agility 7. Dude, that's weak. I only want scroll of agility 8. Hi, Simonize from Turkey. Watching your videos during presidential election really helps me out with the stress. Keep up the good work. Well, I'm glad you like watching my videos, man. Mr. Nugget. Arthren says, hey Simon, question about PvE Assassination. Seen some rogues going deeper into the combat tree to spec into lightning reflexes instead of taking relentless strikes. What do you think? Let me show you. And I will show you at the same time you can figure out where you can learn all kinds of stuff like this. This is the Simonize Show Discord right here. And there's this section right here that says read here first. The index channel. We go to the top of the index channel. And we have talents and glyphs, rating and leveling. Okay, we got a bunch of information about talent specs. Assassination. Here it says, there's 2 talent specs listed here. The performance difference between these 2 talent specs is very small, according to both the Wrath spreadsheet and the simulation, with some gear sets or circumstances very slightly preferring one or the other. You can use whichever one you prefer. I prefer 51-18-2 instead of 13-7, whatever. It actually really not a big difference. You do whichever one you like. And you can find out all kinds of stuff on the Simonize Show Discord. Go to the index channel. There's a whole lot of topics. You know, weapon comparison charts, trinket comparison charts, macros, UI, bis lists. How, you know, what about your hit rating, your expertise rating, why rogues are using feint, what glyphs should I use as combat, all kinds of stuff. All these with, like, you click it, here's some explanation. You know, hit chance and hit rating. There's a lot here for you. Okay. What were we doing? Gotta collect consumables, gotta get the correct glyphs, and we gotta buy a couple extra of some of these consumables. Expertise is beneficial because even when you attack a monster from behind, they can still dodge your attacks. That's maybe you come from the PvP world where, you know, it's different. When you attack a player from behind, they cannot dodge or parry your attacks at all. But when you attack a monster, an NPC from behind, they can't parry, but they can dodge. Is it strange using Auction House after playing hardcore so much? Not really. I mean, frankly, when I play hardcore, I still, like, whenever I go past the mailbox, I just, like, click the mailbox out of habit, check what's in my mail. I've literally walked up to the auctioneers in hardcore, clicked on them, and then been like, oh wait, never mind, I can't do that. While the experience buff is in effect, do you plan to upgrade Simon 4? Not really. That was originally the plan, but with the addition of the token, I find that my opinion is that my experience as a legitimate player who both previously and now is unwilling to do real money transactions for additional gold, my ability to participate in GDKP raids is significantly diminished with the addition of the token, because there will be more people doing real money transactions, and essentially just having significantly more gold than I can earn just through payouts. So I think the addition of the token means that it's going to be harder for me to find quality raids for an additional character. Like when I knew I could go to GDKPs and gear up a character like I could this phase with a only moderate amount of gold buying going on, that was fine. But I think when there's even more gold buying, you know, with it, the token introduction means there's going to be more gold buying going on. I think that hurts my ability as a player unwilling to do RMT to acquire loot in a GDKP raid format. And I'm not interested in going to a soft reserve Trial of the Crusader where people leave after a wipe or leave after the boss they soft reserved, you know, dies. Like, there's a lot of advantages to the GDKP raid format that just make the raids run smoother. It's just a strictly better format than main spec over off spec or soft reserves. And it's like, man, if I can't really compete in that format, like, I just don't want to have additional characters that I have to find quality, that I have to struggle to find quality raid spots for. So we're probably just going to take all three of my characters and start just playing within the guild runs only, and just stop doing GDKPs for the next phase. You know, originally I was thinking like I could keep doing GDKPs in phase 3, and I would level up Simon 4 and do that. And it's like, yeah, I don't really think that's going to be a viable plan for me anymore. Okay, we have a lot of things to buy. Let's buy Mighty Fortitude. Gotta get a couple of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 12, whatever. Mighty Agility. Oh, these are even cheaper. Scroll of Agility. Whoops, that's not how you spell that. V-I-I-I. That's 8. These are a little expensive, but whatever. 20 of those. Now we need Indestructible. Two, 3. What else were we short on? Indestructible's Mighty Fire Protection. 7 gold apiece. Dude, they're so good, though, for Baron Geddon. They're so good. Okay, but I don't need 16 more of them. Alright, we've got bandages, we've got scrolls. I think we're good on most of our consumables now. Wait, what happened over here? Thought I had keybinds for all of these consumables, but I don't now. Well, hang on a second. Soul spec, ignore that. Import. I think it didn't import properly because I didn't have any of that item in my inventory at the time that I did the import. Now it's all fixed. Big pog damage. There we go. We still need our glyphs. Essen 1109, I do not know what it is you're saying. You're going to have to speak in English. That is the only language I understand. If you want to go send that to, like, Google Translate or something, I will probably be able to understand what it says. But right now, I cannot understand that. Is the Raptor Boss soloable as a rogue? Yeah, we're gonna take out the Raptor Boss, Tiger Boss, Attumen the Huntsman, Kael'thas in Magister's Terrace. Big pasta whatever, something cheese. Token is 7K for $20. Third-party sites can still third-party sites could still sell you it cheaper. People who are just buying the token would have to spend 200 just to compete. Yeah, okay, what you're missing is that the fact that you can get your account banned or suspended for interacting with these third-party sites, just like you could before, is actually a deterrent. May not be a deterrent for you, but for a lot of people, the risk of losing their account will deter them from doing that. And frankly, the token wouldn't be selling at all if it was so simple as to just go to the third-party site. That risk, removing that risk, is worth a lot of money to people. And, like, you need to understand that. Like, it's not just, like, who sells the gold cheaper, everyone's buying gold. Some people are deterred by that risk. And the introduction of a way to buy gold that is zero risk means a lot more, well, certainly more. How many more is debatable, but more people will engage in real money transaction to, spend real dollars for currency in the game. Mr. Bungled coming in with a Prime sub, 4 months of support. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's see, Glyph of Prep. We need this one. Just get 5 of those. Glyph of Ban. Okay, let's get 5 of these. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Glyph of Evasion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Now we have a bunch of stuff. We have all of our glyphs. We have our talent spec. We have our consumables. Simon storage. We should get rid of a little bit of stuff so that we can have some inventory room, because we're going to loot a bunch of stuff. And I would like to have the inventory room to actually loot it. Instead of having to delete it over and over. Okay, close enough. Let's get these glyphs applied. It's something I usually forget to do. Preparation can go there. Evasion can go here. We'll hop on the flight, and I'll try it I'm gonna hop on the flight to Westfall, then I'll try to catch up with some of chat. But you guys, all this whole, like, chat interaction thing that streamers are supposed to do, look, it's getting in the way of my mount farming. So we gotta strategize. Like, get on the mount, or get on the griffin, then read chat. DisX2K says, hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, I got out this morning, ran 1 mile, and then, got back in, some fresh air. Nice day out. And, yeah, now I'm here, ready to sit down and do video games for 6 hours. I'm having a good day. Thank you for asking, DisX2K. I hope your day is going well also. CryXLOL says, watch your Assassination Rogue DPS video. Should you only pool energy while the Envenom buff is active, or is it better to reapply no matter what if it falls off to maximize? No, the whole point of pooling is you don't just brain dead reapply Envenom as soon as it falls off. Because you're trying to thread the needle between 2 different things. On one end, you want to pool energy so that you can do, all your abilities or more of your abilities during the Envenom buff. On the other end of the spectrum, if you pool energy too much, you're going to too frequently have too much energy, and you'll have an Envenom buff active, and your energy bar will be filling up, and you'll be like, okay, well, I have to make a decision. I have to Envenom early, or I'm going to cap energy. And then the correct answer is envenom early, but that's still, like, not great. So there's a middle ground here between, like, pressing it as soon as, like, as you can without any mind to how much energy you have, pressing your envenom. And then, like, the other end of the spectrum is, like, pooling way too much energy and you result in clipping envenoms too much. And the answer is somewhere in the middle. And also the answer is, if you wanted to just ignore that and press envenom, like, as soon as you have energy and as soon as the previous one faded, it probably wouldn't make that big of a difference in your damage output. Which is why I try to spend as little, like, attention to that as possible. I just have my weak aura in the middle here. I coded it up to, like, look at my energy thresholds and my combo points and my envenom duration. And basically, whenever the bar turns orange, it's time to press envenom. And I don't want to think about it any more than that, because I know, like, it's actually just not that big of a deal whether, you know, how specifically I time these things. So yeah, I mean, I just have this, and when it turns orange, I press envenom, and that's that. Mr. Zugpug says, is your hat cow leather? No, this is kangaroo leather, made in Australia. To Waterboy says, he asked if he should stay troll until phase 4. He's combat, or does race not matter? Oh, was that the person, was that Essen1109 asking about that? I assume maybe that's what you're referring to. The message I couldn't read. Both troll and combat are very good races for PvE. As always, we can go to the Simonized Show Discord and we can find an answer to this problem. Let's see, what race is best? Rogues using feint. There's a chart here somewhere. Quick notes for rogue rotation guides, stat weights. God, where did I put this? Class spec benefits the most. Phase 2, critical strike chance. Fan of Knives related. Wow, where did I put that? Race. In index race. There we go. That's another way you can find things. If there's too much, you just search, use the search function. Best race. You want to pay Blizzard $17 so your character does marginally more damage? I can't tell you if that's worth it or not. That's for you to decide. I can provide numbers generated from my spreadsheet. This comparison does not consider any utility or situational benefit from racials like Arcane Torrent's AoE Silence, or Will of the Forsaken, Stonekin, or Will to Survive, blah 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 blah. You have different fight durations and different races. And basically the answer is troll is almost always the best, save for, like, a couple specific fight durations in phase 4. Orc is very marginally better. So yeah, I would just, like, if I gave a shit about these differences, I would just be troll the entire time. Orc is, you know, I mean, you could be either, and it really would not make a meaningful difference. They're both pretty good. Wow, I'm not catching up on chat. I think I'm falling farther behind on chat because I spend too long responding to each one. Those that wouldn't buy gold due to third-party scam and having to wait to order / new to process are also now buying gold that never bought gold before, Mr. Zugpug. Yeah, I mean, you're saying that, like, the introduction of the token means more players are doing real money transaction. Yeah, that's kind of my main point. Did you see the Reddit thread about the Twitch clip where Blizzard president says they don't make money off of tokens? I did see that clip, and that, I mean, like most of the things Blizzard says, it seems kind of like a joke. I mean, like, a token costs $20 and a sub costs anywhere from $13 to $15. if you're trying to tell me the transaction fees and the difficulty of implementing the token is, you know, $7, $5 to $7 per transaction, I'd say you're really bad at processing transactions. There's no way that's not a there's zero chance that's not a profit. Like, Blizzard can't possibly be that bad at processing transactions. Okay, we're all the way over here because we're getting a Swiftness of Zanza. And this will help us with killing the Raptor boss, because we are going to kite him around a little bit before we actually just straight up kill him. To Waterboy says, I just have to say I'm jealous as a non-rogue player with the straight up Bible you have written up in that Discord. Yeah, people ask me all the time. They're like, is there a Simonized show for mages? Is there a Simonized show for warriors? Is there a Simonized show? It's like, nah, baby. This is the one and only. The one and only. You can't copy this. Look, you can't copy this. Okay? I mean, you could, maybe. But no one did yet. I think, like, the closer I get to maximum level in hardcore, the more I want to go and, like, update the classic spreadsheet. Because, like, basically over the years, as I moved from the classic spreadsheet to the TBC one to the Wrath of Lich King one, I made significant back-end changes to the code that just made it better able to handle, like, weird situations and weird items, so it, like, models them better. And it's like, the classic one is a little, like, it's still fine, because most of the things in classic are simple. They're not complicated items to handle, but, like, I kind of want to, like, take the Wrath spreadsheet with all of its advanced back-end code, and then just, like, backport it to classic, and then just have a, like, insanely good tool for modeling, you know, classic level 60 gear. Yeah, Addicted Alex, yeah, you can have a lot of different advice from different people, and I think the main reason that happens, Addicted Alex, is, like, a lot of people might be, like, offering correct advice given what they're trying to optimize. Like, you have some people trying to optimize for speedrunning, and, like, someone who's focused on speedrunning is going to make a lot of different decisions about their gearing, about their glyph choices, about their rotations, versus someone who's perhaps focused on individual boss parsing and is, like, you know, their raids, like, intentionally wiping when they get bad RNG to do multiple attempts on a boss to get the perfect kill sequence. Like, their decisions as a player are going to be different, and they're, like, for a different goal, and, like, maybe someone who's new to the game, and, like, they're just trying to clear the raids or whatever. Like, they're focused on overcoming the mechanics of the bosses. Like, advice for each of those three different types of players is going to be different. And I think what very often happens in a lot of discussions about the game, in class discords and whatever, is people ask for advice, and they don't ask what the person's goal is. What are they trying to do? Are they a speedrunner? Are they a boss parser? Are they just trying to kill the boss? And the person then responding and giving advice assumes that the question asker is doing the same thing they are. It's like, you know, the boss parser views everything as boss parsing. So it's like anyone asking a question, they must be wanting to boss parse just like me. So you get a lot of confusion and a lot of... That's difficult. The second one coming in with a Prime sub, 4 months of support. Thank you very much. Thank you. Says, Simonize, thanks for everything. Keep it up. Awesome. Will do. Oh, shoot, look at this. We got a Paladin. Wait, no, this is a skeleton out here with Thunder Fury. It's a Death Knight skeleton. Got a Paladin out here. He's got ZG Tiger. Maybe we're going to get ZG Tiger. We'll see. Let me put up a prediction. Start prediction. Will Raptor mount drop? Question mark. Yes. No. Actually, let's change. Yeah. Yes and no. 30 minutes. I will close the prediction right before I loot the boss. Put this over here. There we go. That's because all class discourse assume everyone is focused only on personal boss. I don't think that's quite right. I mean, I think it's like you have different people focused on different things and like no one's clarifying what they're focused on. So they get all these different things. I don't think... I mean, maybe one of those like 3 main player types is more prevalent than the other, but I think it's just miscommunication or lack of communication about what the person's actual goals are. Iwabu says, "Hey guys, I'm playing Classic right now, clearing through MC. What's better for Dagger Rogue, Crusader or 5 weapon damage?" I would generally pick Crusader. But if you're like going super fast through a raid and like you care about your trash damage as well, these like short engagements, you could make an argument for using 15 agility or 5 weapon damage. But if you're really focused on the boss damage and like longer encounters, Crusader's where it's at. The downside of Crusader in those short encounters is basically to get any value out of Crusader, you have to start attacking the boss. Crusader has to proc. And then you have to, or not necessarily boss, but whatever you're attacking. You have to start attacking, Crusader has to proc, and then you have to keep attacking while that Crusader buff is up to get value out of it. And if you can do that, like, Crusader's definitely the way to go, but what'll happen a lot of times on, like, really short trash mobs is you'll start attacking, you'll get your Crusader buff, and then maybe the mob dies 4 seconds, 5 seconds later. And then it's like you haven't, you didn't really utilize that buff very well, or maybe it's just like, it's such a short segment that like, it didn't proc. Whereas on basically the shorter the combat segment, the more likely you are to have like wasted Crusader buff uptime or something like that. And those are the situations where, 15 agility or 5 weapon damage could pull ahead. We're buffing up. What talents do you have? You can see all the information about my talents through the Discord. Go here, index channel, read here first, and go to the top of it. Boom, Simonizes characters, talents, glyphs, and gear. You can look at Assassination set, and, talents are baked into here also. And then it's got secondary specs that you can see about in talent specs, because I change it up pretty often, but the ones we're using right now are the solo build that you can find in talent specs right here. Combat talent builds. Build for soloing old content. There you go. That's where you can find that information. Will tailoring be better with epic gems with epic gems are live? Dude, this is just going to turn into a Discord stream if you keep hitting me with these Discord questions. Let's go here to the Read Here First index channel, and let's go down to, let's see, Professions for PvE updated for Phase 3. Okay. We have a post here that goes over, each raid phase, each profession, and then says this chart is a little bit dated. You can also go here. Wait, no, that's the power difference between the... You can see the whole video. This is... Mostly gets the point... Oh, yeah, okay, sorry, it was this part. If the fact that this chart is old bothers you, you can see more recent figures at this link. Spoiler alert, it's still engineering plus whatever, and it doesn't really matter much what you choose as the second profession. Okay, there's another post that tells you the same thing again. Like, people got really upset because, like, the answer was the same, but they assumed the answer would be different. So they wanted, they wanted this to be updated to specifically say Phase 3. Because they were unhappy that the answer was basically the same every phase. Okay, let's go instant poison. Deadly poison. Is gear enchants there too, or what weapon enchants? Yeah, you can see my raiding gear with berserking and all that, and all the gems and all that on there. We gotta aggro these raptors, because we're gonna use this whole temple area to kite the boss around. We gotta take out the raptors. I want to do it without using any cooldowns. So otherwise I'll have to wait for the cooldowns to be back up, and that's fine. We can do this without cooldowns. There we go. They're all dead. We can Cloak of Shadows. That's a lot of nature damage. Okay, whatever, get rid of that. We can loot, loot, loot. These guys can drop a non-combat pet. That's what I'm always hoping for, because that'll sell for a couple hundred gold. Okay. Now we eat this. Did see you had Life Ward on them. Yeah, does this post say about that? Let's see. Talents. Hemorrhage preparation. This should say fan of knives, preparation, and evasion are my go-to glyphs. Yeah, the only special thing is I have Life Ward on my weapons. That's the only gear change that's really being made here.
Stop casting.
I think I hit that second evasion early.
Stop casting.
Stunned, feared. Hello? I thought the fear would break on damage, but he was still just wailing on me. Which is not nice. Wait, hang on. I fucked up. Yeah, okay, I screwed that up. I screwed up that opener. It's okay. Because, we just get our cooldowns reset. What? Oh, you can't... This is so annoying. Once you engage this boss, it's a weird bug with this area. Once you engage this boss, it won't let you sit down to eat. You have to exit out that door, then you can sit down to eat. It's super annoying. If you ever wipe, it's kind of frustrating. Okay. We're going to do this again, but I'm going to be actually focused.
Stop casting.
He dodged his execute ability because we had evasion up. The raptor is dead. He's now enraged. Oh, that cooldown didn't reset. Oh, this is a problem. Okay, we didn't aggro the stuff. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, all my cooldowns, except for my human racial, that one did not reset. Okay. Put a mark on him so it's easier for me to see where he is through the wall. And we're gonna run away. Actually, I'm gonna sprint away. I want to be out of line of sight of him so he can't charge me. And then we'll get a bandage.
Stop casting.
Yeah, okay, he will sometimes turn around, change direction if you go way too much faster than him. So I gotta keep an eye on him. I want to get away so I can do a bandage. And then I'll probably wait the full 3 minutes.
Stop casting.
Now he does this. I can't bandage while he does that, or else he'll try to charge me. Oh, why do I not have these on my bar?
Stop casting.
Okay. Missed an opportunity here. Because I didn't actually have the bandage on my bar.
Stop casting.
Frick. Is this gonna screw me? Probably yes. Yep, see, he charged me. Well, we're just gonna fight here. Got evasion up. Then maybe we'll have to run again.
Stop casting.
Yeah, we'll probably have to run again. No, no, no. I'm feared again. Oh, this is
Stop
bad.
casting.
Please don't kill me. Run, 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 run. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're gonna make it, you guys. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're definitely gonna make it and not fail.
Stop
For
casting.
sure, we're not gonna fail.
Stop casting.
Oh my god. Of course he does that right when I bandage. Oh my, so annoying. Oh, do I have a health potion? I probably do have a health potion. That's a good idea.
Stop casting.
Alright, we'll get one more bandage off. And then we'll re-engage. Just watching if that skull is going left or right.
Stop casting.
Now it's going right. Now it's going left.
Stop casting. Stop casting.
I like this game. You can't decide which way to try to get me from. Okay, now we'll roll up and finish him off.
Stop casting.
Boom, he's dead. Okay, this is your last chance to get in on the Raptor Mount prediction for this character. We're gonna kill this boss again on the other characters. Oh, what do we got right now? 6,000 points on yes, 28,000 points on no. That's an above average. Oh, never mind. Never mind. We just got a lot more points on no. Okay, well, that's just more points that are going to go to the believers when this mount drops right here, okay? Blood-drenched grips, that's 1.4 gold. That's... Okay, that's not how this was supposed to work. Okay, listen. But don't worry about that. We just go to the next prediction where we predict for the Tiger mount. Yes and no. Start prediction. Boom. Okay, now it's Tiger Mount time. Forget about the Raptor Mount. That one isn't even very cool. It's mostly cool because I don't have it. Or not mostly not cool because I don't have it. Let's, you know. Let's be clear. Actually, I have Raptor Mount on one of my characters. I don't have Tiger Mount on any of my characters. From the Raptor Mount right over to Tiger Mount. And then from there, you just go to Karazhan. Okay, only thing we change here is wound poison on the main hand. I'm gonna set a focus on that one so I can easily kick to interrupt. And there we go. Damage. Mihai Gata coming in with a prime. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for the prime subscription. Alright, cheap shot there. Blade Flurry, Adrenaline Rush, Evasion, Ghostly Strike. Now let's do some Fan of Knives. Gonna switch target to the boss. Gonna send a disarm on him, interrupt. This guy has high health now. I've got to fight him a little bit. We want to kill these at, like, approximately the same time. Because they can resurrect each other, but usually... Oh, I got disarmed. Oh, my God. There we go. Okay. They're all dead. Your health's low. You can bandage here, but, you know, I don't really need it. Because we used wound poison... This guy spawns at half health. If we didn't have wound poison, he would spawn at full health, and we would still kill him anyways, because my character's really geared. But certainly, if you're struggling on this boss, using wound poison is a big deal difference. If you're struggling to take him down. Okay. Tiger Mount prediction time. What are we looking at? 8% believers? Okay. Okay. 8% of you. Zulian Slicer. Zulian Headdress. Massive Mojo. We already looted Massive Mojo and Powerful Mojo off the first page. And this is a Primal Ikari Arm Splint. What else could even be left other than the Swift Zulian... Oh, that. Swift Zulian Tiger Leather. Okay. That's what could be left. Okay. Never mind. Oh, a Bijou. And a coin. Okay, now we get the hell out of here. It's time to go to Karazhan. Close up this prediction here. Oh, we did close it. Will Fiery Warhorse. That's the next thing we're after. Okay, Fiery Warhorse. We're going to Karazhan next. Go here. Here to Stormwind. Yep. Chimera OCE, thanks for the follow. Welcome. There we are. And from Stormwind, we fly to Darkshire. That gets us as close to Karazhan as possible. We got a lot of teleports on this character, so I'm not, you know, we can get around pretty easily. But my ults, they don't have as many teleports. So it kind of sucks. Maybe I should buy the teleport ring for them. The 2 ults. Is that worth 8,000 gold each? Because I don't think they have Kirin Tor reputation. I don't think I'm going to get a reputation discount when I buy it on my alts. I think it's full price. But having an extra Dalaran teleport with the ring is pretty handy. And I've got Direbrew's remote as well on this character. That's from the Brewfest event. Can teleport you directly into BRD. Just buy a WoW token, easy. No, I'm not interested in, you know, I'm already paying a subscription. I don't think I have no interest in paying additional money for the game. Frankly, I don't want to buy... Look, I learned a lesson when I was very little. When I was playing Diablo 2, not Diablo 2 Resurrected, just actual factual Diablo 2 when that was a current game, and I was a wee little lad, I found out that you could get bugged items like that weren't like the way they were supposed to be. Like you could get a ring that had the same stats as the Oculus weapon, and like rings usually have like fairly small amounts of stats, and weapons usually have a huge amount of stats on them. Bonus skills, magic find chance, all this stuff. But you could get a bugged ring that had the stats of Oculus. It's not supposed to be like that. I was like, gosh, how on earth do you get that? And I found out, oh, I could just go buy it from this website for like $5 or something. I was like, damn, that'd be so cool. I'm going to get that for my character. I'm going to spend $5. Heck, why don't I spend $10 and get 2 of them? So I did that. And I learned a valuable lesson because I just quit Diablo 2 like 3 weeks later. I was never going to experience another power spike like that or character progression like that. So then the game wasn't interesting anymore. Like there was no more like powerful loot that was ever going to compare to that upgrade, that increase in character power that's like exciting that you want to chase for. I robbed myself of a good experience, of a, you know, rewarding gameplay experience by paying dollars to shortcut the process. And I feel like that's exactly what a WoW token does also. You know, I'm not interested in doing that. I learned my lesson that, you know, cheapens the experience a long time ago. I don't want to pay additional money to skip ahead in a video game. It's like that simple. I was actually on a podcast yesterday, Warcraft Reloaded, hosted by Blazin' Bob, twitch.tv/Blazin' Bob, and I was joined by both Scotty J and Willie, big World of Warcraft YouTubers, and we talked, among other things, I mean, we mostly talked about WoW token, real money transaction, and GDKP rating. So I assume that's going to go up on the Warcraft Reloaded channel soon. I don't know exactly when. I don't think it's up right now. But that was like a 3-hour long discussion. It was great. I had a lot of fun. I will definitely post it on my Discord when it goes live on, you know, Blazin' Bob's YouTube channel. I think he puts the VODs up there or whatever. I had a similar experience by peeking and seeing my Christmas presents ahead of time ruined some of the fun and charm of Christmas morning. Yeah. I mean, it's something you're gonna have to learn as you grow up. I think adding the WoW token, you know, spoiler alert, I think adding the WoW token was bad. That's not really even a, you know, that's not even a crazy take. Pretty sure almost everyone thinks the WoW token is bad. I think the vast majority of the player base is upset. And then, yeah, you have a handful of people who are like, aha, now I've got a free WoW sub. Like, the people who have that level of gold sitting around and want to put it into that is like, come on. That's that's gotta be a small percentage of the population. Everyone swipes, says Dan Pete. That's stupid. I don't swipe. I know a lot of people I do GDKPs with don't swipe. You might look at a GDKP and see huge amounts of gold and assume everyone there is swiping. But that's not true. It's just not true. Gold enters the GDKP system and it never gets taxed out. It just keeps accumulating. So even as a legitimate player that never bought gold, I just do GDKP raids and I find myself, you know, one week with 200,000 gold, next week with 100,000 or, you know, 150,000, or maybe I spend a lot and then I have 50,000. It's like, it just keeps getting recycled in there. And even legitimate players have amounts of gold that you could never imagine if you were outside of the GDKP market. You say you're not assuming. I mean, you just said everyone swipes. And I'm literally a person that doesn't swipe. So you're just factually wrong, Dan Pete. Like, I mean, you can argue percentages, but like no one really has that data. No one actually has the data of what percentage of players are engaging in real money transaction. Over half. So again, over half, you don't actually have that data. And I had to chide someone about this the other day who was like 99% or this exact. No one actually has that data. So when you state something like that as fact, is like, it's not. It's your opinion. It's not fact. So it's important to include qualifiers like, I think over half of GDKPers swipe, you know? And yeah, you say you go by what you've seen. Yeah, you see someone spend 100,000 gold in a GDKP. Yeah, you might think that they swipe, but that's not true. I've spent 200,000 gold in one raid, never swiped. It's just because gold accumulates in GDKPs and never gets removed. The older the like GDKP scene is on a server, there's just going to be more and more and more and more gold accumulated in that scene. Okay. I really don't care about people's opinions of how much they think or perceive there's other people gold swiping, because it's like I said, no one actually has that data, so it's kind of a pointless thing to argue about if you ask me. So we're just going to kill this boss and move on. Blade Flurry again, evasion again. Cloak off the debuff he just put on me. It's like, it's actually the dumbest debate ever. It's like, you want to debate about something you literally don't have, like, you want to debate about, like, this percent or that percent of people are doing X or Y thing, and, like, your debate is over the percentage, and it's like, literally no one actually has that data on a large scale. It's just like the most pointless opinion-based debate ever. Okay, we didn't pre-pot indestructible potion, so we got a little bit behind there. We can do a healing potion. We did not get. Oh, I have to close that prediction. Oopsies. End submission. Spectral Band of Innervation. Well, at least we can vendor it for 6 gold. Okay, no Fiery Warhorse. But don't worry about it. We'll go to Molten Core next, and we'll definitely get 2 bindings of the Windseeker and get our Thunder Fury today. That's for sure what's about to happen. I very much like that the Dalaran teleport ring does not have a 30-second equip cooldown like most, you know, on-use items. Yeah, so Dan Pete, listen, like, there's a difference between stating something as fact that you can't possibly know as fact and stating it as opinion. I take issue when people state something as fact that they can't possibly know as fact instead of stating it as opinion or like personal anecdote or this is that's what I take issue. It's just so stupid. Like, adding these qualifiers of I think or it's my experience that instead of like stating it as a broad fact is actually important. I think. Vendor some of this. We're gonna get a bunch more loot when we go into Molten Core, and we want to have some inventory slots to handle that. Powerful Mojo, Pristine Raptor, whatevers. So you make sure we didn't sell anything actually good. Okay, yep, that's all fine. Can you solo Illidan as well? No. No. Well, that's a bit out of range for a rogue. Sacrifice my level 60 rogue last night? What do you mean sacrifice? What did you do? Is it... Well, what happened? There's two Arcaris... There are two Death Gates? A whole bunch of Death Knights. Freaking Death Knights. You died to Thrall? What? Is this a hardcore character? What's going on here? I need a little bit more context. How is this a big sacrifice? You know, you die to Thrall. You could just respawn if you're not talking hardcore. If you're talking hardcore, it's like... Why? It's a big question. Hardcore rogue. Seen a bunch of hardcore 60s. I'm assuming it's because of official hardcore servers by the end of this. That seems weird to me. I mean, like, sure, if the leveling experience is what you want, it's fine. But it's like, there isn't even a release date for these servers. There's just a vague, like, end of summer. Like, the PTR for them isn't up. People acting like they're super set in stone and for sure, like, everything's figured out about them. That's kind of weird. But it's like, if the leveling experience is what you want, then like, sure, fine. Off your character at level 60 and go again. Thought it would be a poetic way to go out. Dude, I'm super stoked at hardcore raiding. That's what I'm interested in. Get my character up to 60. Blast some hardcore raids. Diablo and Phase 3 of Wrath. After D4, it's a good ways off. Yeah. May not even be good, depending on how they do them. Yeah, that's a big question mark to me, is like... When, Sorry, I got distracted. Dude. Freaking... When they announced them, the only rule... The hardcore servers, when they announced the hardcore servers, the only rule they committed to was... one life characters. You can't resurrect. And to me, that's not even the most important part of the experience. Like, I think hardcore has less impact for me as a player on like how I approach the game than the no trading. the solo self-found rule. It's like no trading up to level 60. I very much want that to be part of an official server. It's like, I feel like that rule drives so much more engagement with unfamiliar areas of the game and making it much more interesting to me as a player than the no deaths rule. I mean, oh shit, I'm dead. Never mind, I'm not dead. I thought I was going to be dead. I feel like the no deaths rule really is, for me, it's mostly kind of just punishing and makes you play super careful, and instead of trying new things, you just always play safe. In a broader sense, the one life rule will make it so there's basically always people in the starting zones, because people will level up and they will die and they will fail and then they will level up again. So it keeps the low level zones populated, essentially no matter how old the server is. No auction house at 60. I mean, I would think the auction house should be there at 60, just not before then. Auction house and trading. I know you can trade at 60 with the current hardcore rules. Are you still not allowed to use the auction house at 60 or what? With the add-on rules? Did you see the video showing a guy trading his hardcore stuff, all kinds of gear and gold, and consumes to meme? Yeah, I saw that was the Azimus video. That's like exactly right. It's like, yeah, you get one character to max level, then you can just like feed your alt a whole bunch of crap, and then like it completely removes the early experience. Okay. There we go. Weasel Wick says, I tried hardcore, got my rogue to level 3, then realized I hate leveling characters and went back to Wrath. Yeah, different games, different strokes for different folks, as they say. As I say. Wait, I only have one savory snow plum left? Oh, shit. Okay, I didn't plan ahead very well. I need more food. Yeah, I mean, when you trade your character like some Crusader enchanted weapons and like, you know, an 8 agility level 1 helmet and legs because of the enchant, and like your 15 agility to enchant gloves, and, you know, all of this, and then you've got bags from the get-go. You don't have any like restrictions on gold. You can just trade gold, so that becomes completely irrelevant. It's like, yeah, you really, I think to have a quality experience, you really need to restrict trading. Like, no trading until 60. Hi, Simon. I watched your podcast with Blaze and Bob last night and enjoyed it a lot, Al Pacino. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you for watching. I had a lot of fun talking to Scotty J and Blaze and Bob and Willie. It's a good discussion, I think. Oh, I didn't put the prediction up for what is it going to be. Well, we have to get away from this lava searcher, but then... Oh... Okay, we're gonna stop right here and put the prediction up. I'm gonna go for Baron Geddon first. Will Geddon binding drop? Question mark. You did get Mimiron's Goggle, Loop the Agile, and Bootblade last night. Ooh. Ending my 2.5 month. I think you were saying month loot drought. Oh boy. That's a while. But look. We got 3 items, 1 raid. That's pretty nice. Congrats on those, Weaselwick. Yeah, the part where they talked about Kata was fun. You said it's the first time you hear people are excited. I mean, it's the first, like, some people are Kata enjoyers, and I've heard them. I mean, the main thing I've heard from Kata enjoyers is people in my chat being like, oh man, you screwed up this mechanic? You better buckle up, buddy, because Cataclysm's coming. And if you suck at this, you're gonna suck at Cataclysm. That kind of message. And it's just like, wow. That really, you know, just makes me not want to play Cataclysm. You know? If it's all this, like, even harder than what's going on right now. Then, like, man, I don't want this game to be... I don't want the base game to be challenging. I think it's bad when the base PvE experience is, you know, so... like, I don't think Ulduar hard modes are tuned well. I mean, like, you have, you know, less than half the players on week 19 are clearing hard modes. That's, like, really difficult. Like, 19 weeks in, you still have less than half the players clearing this content. It's like, that's too hard. That's too hard, and I think it's frustrating for a lot of people. And I think, like, for PvE difficulty things, it especially matters because in Ulduar, the best loot is locked behind the hardest modes. So the people that aren't clearing the hardest difficulties, they know they're not getting the best loot. Why do I not have... I need kings. There we go. And I need this. And I need... oh gosh, I don't have any more snow plums. Okay, we're gonna have to wait for next pass. Oh, I did this early. God, this is such a long rotation. I killed Yogg 0, hardest mode. You can look at the metric on Warcraft logs. I'm not sure exactly how to pull it up, but I think Yogg 0 is like sub 20%. Or maybe it's sub 30%. It's not a lot. But that one I think is good, because that's only rewarding you a cosmetic reward. If you want to go for that, like, get a title, get a mount, get an achievement. But I think when you put the best loot behind a mode that's inaccessible to a significant portion of the player base, I think that's not good. Oh, run away, run away. Oh, dude, I took way too many ticks of that thing. Shinigami Kotaro coming in with a Prime sub. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream, Shinigami Kotaro. Try to pronounce it right. I got a lot of different Twitch names I gotta try to pronounce all the time. I do my best. Okay, we have feint up. Oh, we're still in the radius of the explosion thingy. That's fine. Okay, we're good now.
Run out.
There we go. Alright, we keep doing feints right before the living bomb explosion, because the living bomb explosion is an AoE damage effect. We can reduce that damage taken by using feint.
Run out.
Gonna bandage up. Got some trinkets active.
Run out.
Feint active again, so we reduce that damage. Oh, it crit me anyways. Okay, whatever. This Baron Geddon is definitely easier than Garr among the two bosses in Molten Core
Run out.
that we're about to kill. But Baron Geddon is actually a lot more about execution than Garr. It's like, you gotta hit your feints on every single living bomb or cloak them off. You've gotta run out of the infernos. You've gotta, like, do your double fire protection potion. There's a lot of, like, little things to get right where it's like, when you go to Garr, it's basically mash your buttons and hope you get lucky enough. You know, like, sometimes you get unlucky, you don't dodge very many attacks, or you get crit a couple times, or, like, you don't crit the enemies very much, so they die slow. But there's not really, like, complicated execution that goes into killing Garr, unlike Geddon. Big Cooney says, completely agree with you, it has to be hard like that, because it's only cosmetic reward. Yeah. I've been in runs that could not do Yogg 10 light, says Weaselwick. Oh, no. Oh, jeez, gosh. I can't remember the last time I did anything more than 1 light. But most of the runs I'm in now are doing 1 light, especially in 10-mans, because, like, people just actually don't care about the 0 light reward, so it's like, why make it any more difficult? Hold up, I don't have points anymore? What happened? What? The last predict... What do you mean? Nothing dropped. Did you bid wrong? Or did I... I certainly didn't... Did I click wrong on the... whatever thing? Geddon binding. Prediction. End submissions. I don't think I clicked wrong on anything today. Chat would have been in having a fucking riot if I clicked wrong. Oh, I auto-looted? Wait, hang on. Okay. F. I scuffed that. Okay. No Geddon binding. Choose outcome. Nope. Prediction. Start prediction. Garr binding, though. We'll get that one for sure. Big Cooney says, I run with the GDKP group of my guild, and we've been doing 0 light for the past couple of weeks. It's tricky, and we kind of needed to build the group up in order to make it happen. Now we get 100k extra for the mount every run added to the pot. Yeah. Yeah, if you've got a group that can do it like that, that's another item that, like, enough people usually care about in GDKPs to like, go through the difficulty. But yeah, you have to have the group that's capable of doing it. You can't have people that are getting mind controlled and losing their sanity. You can't have people who are, like, consistently going into wrong portals or stuff like that. Alright, agility buff. This time, this is probably the most difficult boss that I'm going to be soloing today. Absolutely want to do everything right here. So we pre-pot the indestructible potion. Hit that. Hit a ghostly strike. Hit an expose armor on Garr. Using these blade flurries to help take down all the fire-sworn enemies, and I've got my back pushed into a wall here. So that no one can attack me from behind. Okay, now both of my blade flurries are gone. So I want to switch target, make sure I finish off those fire sworns. Big rupture. Now, has he eaten any of my buffs? Yes, he ate this one. We will have to reapply our buffs periodically. We care about the agility one, we care about kings, and we care about Mark of the Wild. And then while we do that, we just want to hit as many ghostly strikes as we can. And we want to maintain all these other debuffs. What did we lose? Nothing important. Okay, we're still good. We got 30 seconds till our potion comes up. Our health is kind of low. This isn't great. We could still make it. Health is still... Oh, gosh. We lost some buffs. 1, 2... 3 seconds to potion. We'll make it. We'll make it. We'll make it. Potion. Slice and dice. Ghostly strike. There. Okay. Okay. It was a little bit close. Garr binding. This one for sure, right, you guys? Wow, there's not even very many points on this prediction. 69% doubters? Only 10,000 points? Is that really what you guys are going to leave this at? 31% believers, 69% doubters? The last one had like 100,000 points riding on it. Okay, whatever. Closing it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's it. Got Gore Ripper, Drill Borer Disc, some decent vendorables, Lava Core, Plans Elemental Sharpening Stone, finds when picked up. I'm not a blacksmith. This vendor's for 2 gold 50. That is not a common thing to see drop around here. But it's apparently more common than a goddamn binding of the Windseeker. Unlucky. I've gotten the engineering gun recipe. I've gotten the engineering shield recipe. I've gotten multiple major rejuvenation potion recipes. I've now gotten elemental sharpening stone recipe. I've also gotten formula healing power. I think I've gotten 2 healing power formulas because I learned one of them and I sold the... Yeah, I've gotten 2 of those. Yeah, but not a single binding across any of my characters. Frick. Wait, did I actually... Yeah, okay, my inventory is full. We can deal with that later. Okay, so we go to Simonize 2, and we do it again. We'll get something good on Simonize 2 for sure, you guys. Go here, we go mail to Simonize 2. This one, this one, this one. This one. We need agility scrolls, we need... Gosh, it's so annoying to find all these things. 11 charges, 15 charges. Oh, let's send both of those. And let's send the King's Drum, 27 charges. That's enough. Then we'll send that, and that. Wow. I would probably... It would be great if I had an organized inventory, but you know what? That's actually just impossible. It's not possible for me to have an organized inventory, no matter how good that would really be. It's just not a thing that can happen. Okay? That's what you guys gotta understand. When you're like, Simon, why don't you just organize your inventory? Simon, get a bag add-on. It's like, you don't get it. That just can't happen around here. It's not gonna happen. Whoopsies, that's not my character name. Simon has to. There we go. Okay. The Afterlife 777 coming in with a Prime. Thank you very much. Thank you for 2 months of support. Welcome back to the stream. What about the Master Shift? This character already has the Swift White Hawk Strider. So we'll probably do Magisters on this guy. Hey Simon, have you seen that video from Kipso where he explains about combat rotation? I don't know exactly what one you're talking about. I've seen a video where he talks about, like, slice and dice and rupture durations and how they're different. And I watched it and I felt like there wasn't really a lot of practical advice. No, I think I know the one you're talking about, and I just feel like there wasn't really any practical advice. Like, here's a problem, and then he talks about durations and not, like, really telling you how to solve the problem, was my impression. I mean, the long story short is, it's difficult, okay? Like, you're spinning multiple plates, you know, you're keeping up your slice, your rupture, your expose, and, like, they're in a priority order. Expose is most important, slice is second most important, rupture is third most important. And you have random resource generation. You're never going to have a fixed rotation. You always have to be, like, looking at your current resources and your current buff durations. It's just never going to be straightforward and easy. We need inventory room. Oh, I have a bunch of crap, dude. I need more of these too. Savory snow plum. I only have one. Also, I'm pretty sure I can delete that. Okay, now we have some inventory room. Close enough. Sad days for rogues. A warrior got Comet's Trail in my guild's last run. Last one that dropped went to a hunter. Yikes. Yikes. Which one are we going to? We're going this way. We gotta switch up our talent spec. Yeah, I would imagine, like... So, I mean, what I've been told is that next phase, Warrior wants Death's Verdict and Mjolnir Runestone. And... like, Rogue still has Comet's Trail as their best trinket. One of their two top trinkets. So it seems really weird to me, especially this close to the phase, that you would give a Comet's to a, you know, assuming that information of, you know, Warrior wanting Death's Verdict and Mjolnir Runestone, like, doesn't even have Comets as top two trinkets next phase. Like, if that's true, it seems weird that you would prioritize a Warrior for that trinket at this time.
What can I do for you?
Unlearn. Let's see. Okay, we're in a subtlety spec, so yeah, we're gonna flip this one into our soloing spec. Put it here. Put 2 there. Four there. One. Wait, what am I missing? Oh, there. 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 Good. Talents are good now. My slot. Sub. Did I loot everything? Yes. Import. There we go. Perfect. Doo-doo. 14 boss cooldowns and no comet, says Meow. Here, let me show you something. I made this a little bit ago because like someone was complaining to me that GDKP is a bad loot system because I'll never get full bis without buying gold, and I was like, huh. I mean, I don't think that's a valid argument because I thought, you know, probably any loot system, it's pretty unrealistic for you to ever get full bis. So, like, that's not something special about GDKP. So what I did is I went here and... Yeah, let me make this bigger. You can see it a little better. 19 weeks. You know, we're 19 weeks into Ulduar. I put drop chances for each of the things that's bis for Rogue, just as example. And we calculated odds to see this item at least 1 time, 2 times, 3 times in 19 weeks. And then from that, you can calculate your odds to see each best in slot item at least once in 19 weeks. Only 82% to even see it drop every single one of your bis items, to even see each of those drop. Only 82%. That's pretty common, but that's only 1 drop. Now, God forbid you ever had to share loot with anyone else in your guild. Maybe instead of, you know, being first prio on every single item, maybe you have to share and you're only second prio on some of these items. So you have to see them 2 times. You want to see each bis item 2 times in 19 weeks. Yeah, your chance of that actually happening gets completely annihilated. 32% is like actually below average. So like, take that into consideration. I don't think you should ever really expect to be full bis at the end of a phase. And like, this is an exceptionally long phase. Like, if you dial this down to like, let's say Trial of the Crusader is 3 months. So that's what, like 12 or 13 weeks? And presumably you have at least similar drop chances. 13 weeks? Your odds to even see each of your bis items in 13 weeks of clear? 47%. Like, unlikely to happen, even if you were literally first prio on every item. I thought that was just some interesting numbers to look at, to really kind of put into perspective, like, what your expectations for getting loot should be. Okay, what are we doing now? Gotta go to Westfall so we can get the speed potion so we can kill Raptor Boss. If I could get the Yogg belt before TOGC, I'd be happy so I don't have to do 19. Dude. I was making up a pre-raid best in slot list for phase 3. And like, if you include gear from the Sidereal Essence vendor, your best in slot gear, your pre-raid set is, you know, because that's technically that's pre-raid. Which is maybe not very realistic. If you include gear from the Sidereal Essence vendor, it covers 12 of your 17 gear slots and requires a total of 248 Sidereal Essences. Oh. Oh boy. Imagine if someone actually farmed, that's like 20 days of doing every Titan Rune heroic, and then like they finally get that and they're like, okay, I'm ready to go to a raid now. Ridiculous. Still waiting on Leggings of Cunning Deception to drop again. Yeah, I don't think I've seen those for a couple weeks now on... I mean, my two alt rogues still need them, Simon 2 and Simon 3. My main already has Cunning Deception. And yeah, Mimic, and then you like do a like Trial of the Crusader 10-man, and you just replace like 60 Sidereal Essence worth of gear. Off of the loot that no one else even wanted. Because they already have, you know, Ulduar 25 hard mode or whatever. I don't know. Wonder if a pre-raid character will realistically be able to clear Heroic ++ dungeons? I doubt it. I think that would be quite a struggle. But I was writing for Wowhead, so like they gave me like specific parameters because they want all the pre-raid guides to be like, you know, using these items, and not these items. You know, this is your pool of accessible items. So like I had a rule set to follow in making this list. If I were to make a pre-raid list, that I would be like, I think I would make two different pre-raid lists. For a character who is fresh, like it's your first 80, you just hit level 80, you don't have a lot of resources, particularly you don't have a lot of gold to spend on stuff. Then I'd make one list of like recommended items to go for before you get into your first raid, with like very minimal amount of stuff that you have to buy, and then like as easily accessible other stuff as possible. And then I'd probably make another list that's like, okay, this is your third level 80. You can spend some gold, make a bunch of craftables, you know, get this reputation, you know, whatever. I think that'd be two different versions of a pre-raid list that's useful to two different types of players. More powerful, whatever. Okay. There we go. Wanted to ask, what edition of Diablo did you pay? I coughed up the extra $20 for the early access. I mean, I figured, like, if I'm gonna stream this game, it's like, come on, am I gonna start at level 1 4 days late when everyone else is, like, level 80 or whatever? It's like, no one's going to be interested in that. So it's like, yeah, I kind of, you know, like, if I think I'm gonna stream the game, I felt like I was kind of forced into buying the early access. So that's June 1st or June 2nd. I have to check the exact like release and time zone. But that's a tomorrow problem, not a today problem. Dude, the more the phases go on, like for gearing up a fresh character, like if it's your third or fourth 60, like you already have a bunch of gold. Like, there just become more and more good craftables and good BOEs that you can access. And I think as these phases roll on, like, you get a couple good, like, BOE epics every phase. You start to have, like, a whole lot of stuff that's, like, you can hit 80. And you can buy, like, 2 or 3 BOEs from phase 1, 2 BOEs from phase 2 crafted items. No, two crafted items from phase 1. Sorry. Let me try to think about it now. You can get in the phase 1 BOE gear you can get is the bracer is good, and then you can get crafted troll woven spalders. That's good. Phase 2, you've obviously got Footpads of Silence and Death Warmed Belt as craftables. You've got Shawl the Shattered Giant as a BOE. The raid drop. You've got, let's see, Phase 3, you have 2 more crafteds. Oh, the crafted Phase 3 is a bracer. Bracer of Swift Death, so that overwrites the Valor Bracer from Phase 1. You've also got a really good chest armor that's crafted, Nightbane Carapace or whatever it's called. I'm trying to think of all the good BOEs. Proto legs are also, oh yeah, the leggings, Surge Needle Rings BOE, Jewel Crafting Jewelry, that's like item level 200 stuff. It's not like super good. But yeah, you can get the Titanium Impact Band and Titanium Impact Choker. Which BOE chest? Lester of Disaster. Hello. Am I too late to the party? No, we didn't get anything yet. We did round 1. We did Simonized Show. We killed, killed everything, got nothing. So we're on to Simonized 2. Yeah, Dark Moon card, Greatness, Trinket, easy trinket to pick up. Yeah, I'm just thinking about, like, if you made a new rogue now and you had a bunch of gold to buy BOEs and craftables, like, how much gear could you get? You could get, assuming you level engineering, you can cover that with a weakness spectralizers crafted. Necklace, I think the best, you can get Nymph Heart Charm out of Ulduar. That's a BOE. Shoulders, you can get Troll Woven Spalders from Leatherworking, that's item level 200. You can get Shawl of the Shattered Giant from Ulduar in the Cape slot, that's a 225. In Phase 3, you'll be able to get Nightbane Carapace right here, that's item level 245. Wait, you have 80 upgrades? Is it all BOE items? Wait, it literally is. Wait, hang on. Gloves of Fast Reactions. Death Warmed Belt. Proto Hide Legs. Footpads of Silence. BOE. Greatness. This is badge, so it's like basically. Yeah, so in next phase, you could get Nightbane Carapace right here, eye level 245. You get Bracers of Swift Death, I think they're called, crafted right there. Probably find a better, I feel like you could find a better ring, but maybe not. Gloves of Fast Reaction, is there anything that's going to be better in this slot? I mean, you could get, there's gloves from badges that might be better, but that's, investment. Time investment instead of money investment. Yeah, that's actually just about right. It looks like you've done this exercise already, Lebowski. Let's see. Is the prediction for the Raptor mount up yet? Let me see. I always forget about that. Garr Binding, Fiery Warhorse, Tiger Mount, Raptor mount. Okay, prediction's up for a Raptor mount. We'll go there first. See what we can do. Let's get our Life Ward Masticator and our Life Ward Bootblade. Can't you Poison Vial the Kirin Tor rep and buy the ring? I don't know what you mean by Poison Vial the rep, but yeah, there is a ring you can buy. Absolutely, there's a ring you can buy. That one is much better than Stained Glass Ring. Do. Are you playing the new Zelda? No, I don't own a Nintendo Switch, so unfortunately, not. The Poison Vial quest from Fishing gives Kirin Tor rep, so you can buy them and get the rep. Oh, you don't have to have reputation with Kirin Tor. Are you talking about the Teleport to Dalaran ring? Or is there some other ring? I'm thinking of the Teleport to Dalaran ring. You don't have to have reputation to buy that. It's just like, if you do have reputation, it reduces the cost. Because you get a reputation discount. Yeah, it's just, yeah, there's no rep requirement. It's just like, it's a really pricey item, so most people try to have the rep so they can get a, 10 or 20% discount on it. Alright, instant poison here. I think when we did these on my main, I think I forgot to switch off of wound poison again. I do that every once in a while where I switch on to wound poison for the tiger boss, and then I just do the other bosses with wound poison still on and forget to switch back to instant. Oh, frick. I didn't actually mean to press evasion. Now we have to wait. Definitely need evasion to start the boss. I did not actually really need evasion to kill these. Whoopsies. I mean, it's just kind of habit. When you're getting attacked by 12 different mobs, you usually just press evasion. Let me, actually, this works out fine. Let me be right back. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be back, and then we will do Raptor Boss here, okay? Okay. Looks like our evasion is ready. We're using a mechanical keyboard. I don't know what that actually means, but I'm pretty sure the answer is no. I use this. It's just some keyboard. Okay, let's double check my buffs. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got this and this. That all looks good. We're gonna pre-pot a indestructible. Murder that dude. Mandokir comes through. Here we go. Everything's pumping. Struggling to spend all of my energy. Evasion up. Rupture. Oh, fuck. I didn't actually apply my glyphs. I just hit preparation and it did not reset my cooldown of Blade Flurry.
Stop casting.
That's, not what you want. Oops. Pummel, how's it going? Thank you for the raid. Welcome, welcome, Pummel viewers. We are you know, taking our, you know, monthly dose of copium and farming all these mounts and bindings that we're definitely going to get this week. Definitely for sure. We're getting them this week, definitely. You can predict your channel points. You can predict on believe. You know, you can say yes, Raptor Mount's gonna drop, or you can be a hater and you can say no, and probably get wealthy in Simonized Show channel points beyond your wildest dreams.
Stop casting.
I don't know if you answered this question last stream since I did not pay full attention, but is Rupture really snapshotting a Dark Matter proc? Yeah, it cares about your critical strike chance and your attack power at the time you cast the Rupture. And it doesn't, like, update after that. So, yeah, if you cast a Rupture, you know, in the last second of your Dark Matter proc, which is giving you about 15% extra crit, all the ticks of Rupture are going to have that, you know, 15% extra crit chance. You bought a Comet on your Rogue. Did I win? Well, that kind of depends how much you paid for it. I mean, there's certainly an amount of gold I would say is not worth it, but Comets is pretty good. So the amount of gold, I would very happily pay 70,000 gold for a Comet's Trail. Absolutely.
Stop casting.
Please send me, and you got the epic achievement when equipping it. Okay. I would very happily pay 70,000 gold for a Comet's Trail. Get me in your raid.
Stop.
Now it's going left. Oh wait, we have all of our cooldowns again. I don't need to keep running. I was just running without paying attention to if I actually needed to keep running or not. So what we're gonna do now, wait for that to fade, hit a bandage. We're right around this line of sight blocker. He's gonna come in. Sprint, evasion, blade flurry. Boom. Big rupture. Hopefully we can finish him off here. But it's not really looking good. There's a ghostly strike. Still got a bit of health. I mean, if he does a gaze on me, that's going to be a problem. Also, why did I do that? I should not have... No, we got it. I believe. We're going to get it. We can get it. We can do it. Yeah, dude, he just didn't do a gaze on me. Like, when he does threatening gaze, you either have to stop attacking or he's going to come and execute you for like 10,000 damage. That doesn't kill you, but it's a huge chunk of damage. You can dodge it, which is why, like, it's pretty safe to fight him while you have evasion up, because, like, your dodge chance is, like, almost 100%. It's, like, between dodge and parry, like, your dodge chance is, your avoidance chance is almost 100%. Okay. Raptor Mount. This is it. This is it. 20% believers. That's huge. That's way above average for this stream. Usually we're at like 5% believers. Okay, I'm gonna close down the prediction in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end submission. 25.75. Okay, that's a lot of believers for this Raptor Mount right here. Let's see it. 23 gold. I like that. Bloodlord's Defender, vendors for 7 gold. I also like that. Bloodtinge Kilt, 2 gold 30. This stuff I'm not going to loot. And this is where I loot the Swift Rizashi Sash. Not what we were looking for. But don't worry about the Raptor Mount, you guys. We're moving on already. Like, listen, if you guys care about the Raptor Mount, you're just wrong. It's all about the Tiger Mount, okay? Tiger Mount's really the one we were after, okay? I was just messing with you guys with the Raptor Mount, okay? Like, I was hyping it up just for fun, but the Tiger Mount's really the cool one, okay? How much much gold did I make off of that? It was, what, like 27 gold on the boss. Then this is 7 more. That's 34 gold. And then this is 2 gold, 30, so we're up to, like, 36 gold? That's not that bad. I mean, considering we had to, like, kite him for 4 minutes, that's, like, that part's bad. Now you need to farm Fell Striker on second rogue? Oof. Yeah, unlucky. You should probably get, I mean, could do Black Temple runs for Shard of Azzinoth also. I had so much fun in Ulduar 10 just popping off with my Shard of Azzinoth, summoning the little ember dudes. And I mean, it's like, sure, it's bad, but it's not that bad. And it was really fun. I have a VOD up on the YouTube of doing a whole Ulduar 10 man with Shard of Azzinoth. If we're talking about well, okay, Fell Striker and like Rod and Spellblade, those aren't really meme items. They're just niche items. I guess that's a little different. I'm thinking meme items, and Shard of Azzinoth, that one is fun. We started, since they're like a bright green color, the elementals that you summon with that dagger, started calling them Mountain Dew elementals. Hell yeah. Okay. Set focus. Switch this one off to this. The rest of that looks good. Oh, wait. Glyph of... This is what we screwed up last time. I forgot to put the glyphs on. We're gonna put the glyphs on this time, so we can actually, like, have a good duration evasion and a preparation that resets Blade Flurry. Like, actually the whole point of taking preparation, it's not, like, the extra evasion is like, fine, but, like, the preparation talent and the preparation glyph are really to make Garr easier. Like, Garr's the most difficult one, and having the second Blade Flurry activation for Garr is, like, actually a big deal. Pretty much nothing that happens on this boss is a big deal, because it's super easy and my character outgears it by, like, a mile. What the? Now, the other two are really low. So we fight this guy. Big slice and dice. Finish him with fan. There it is. We're literally full health at the end of phase 1. Didn't use a healing potion. Just life ward procs. Negated all the damage. I mean, I don't have to use preparation and evasion, but why not? Okay, easy tiger mount, you guys. Okay, what's this prediction looking like? 23%? I'm closing it right now. This is a rapid fire round. 23%? Where's the extra loot? There's supposed to be more. Like the mount. Frick. Super cringe. Okay, guys, listen. Fiery Warhorse is what we're gonna get. This okay, so my other characters, they all have, like, reasonably cool mounts. They have, like, something, like, at least somewhat rare or cool looking or unique. This character has Black War Ram. Okay, this is the one that is actually desperately in need of a mount, okay? Like, we need to get a cool mount on this guy. Maybe I should do Magister's Terrace also. We're gonna run out of here because I don't have that many teleports on this character. I have only the Hearthstone that can help me get somewhere useful. I don't think the Northern Wormhole helps me get anywhere useful. I think we Hearthstone when we leave. Oh, gosh, where should it be? I'm trying to figure out what the most efficient. It's like we go to Zul'Gurub. We're here now. We're leaving. We're going to Karazhan. We could Hearthstone out of Karazhan. We could Hearthstone out of Molten Core. But we've got to go all the way to... We want to go to Magister's Terrace. Got to go pretty far. I think we want a Hearthstone when we exit Molten Core. That might be the most efficient use of the Hearthstone. In Wrath of the Lich King, though, there's a nice little flight point right at the intersection between Stranglethorn and Duskwood. We don't have to go that far to find a flight point to get the hell out of here. Mm-hmm. And you will have a VOD up and running with the Glyphs. Our last attempt where we didn't do Glyphs the entire... Why are there a whole bunch of people here? What the hell is going on here? Why? What? Oh, these are all levelers. I see. They're all loomed out, leveling up with Joyous Journeys. Okay, that's why there's just a bunch of people here. I was confused, because, like, normally there aren't very many people here. Like... Ugh. I think if we want to do a Warglaive Ulduar, we got to do it proper from the start to finish with Warglaives. Like, I got to put Berserking on them, and I've got to actually spec into hack and slash combat rather than close quarters combat. The Ulduar we did the other day, like, I had Goose on my Warglaives instead of Berserking, and I had close quarters combat, which is like, I'm using swords. This close quarters combat doesn't really do anything for me here. And you got a Black Widow spider pet. Spoopier Spid. Okay, whatever. Karazhan we go to get the fiery warhorse. Dude, I went through Deadwind Ravine, Deadwind Pass, or whatever it's called, on my hardcore character at level 37 or 38. Yeah, these things are still level, like, 55. And I passed by a couple of them, and I had to, like, steer clear so these level 55 mobs wouldn't attack me. It's like, those things will just kill me. They're way, way, way too high level for my hardcore character to tango with. But we wanted to get to Swamp of Sorrows, and I did a bunch of mob grinding and a handful of quests in Swamp of Sorrows, so that was good. You'll make out the Tiger Mount today. Oh, very cool. That's good. Into the deep section of the water. You want to be right in the middle. You can fall into it without taking fall damage. If you land on it on the side, you'll land and you'll take fall damage. Back to Karazhan. Wait, did I get in... Oh, I got in combat with that dude? Okay, not anymore. Does this character have the key or lockpicking skill? No. Luckily, there's a bunch of other people here. Did you eat breakfast today? Yeah, I had breakfast already. I had a bowl of brown rice, a cup of yogurt, deli meat, beef and turkey on toast. And I had a little bit of fruit smoothie also. Good breakfast. Very healthy. Do you also go to the gym? Let me tell you what. I woke up. You know, I went to the bathroom, took a piss, as you do in the morning, and then I went outside, and I stretched, and then I ran 1.2 miles. Then I did 10 push-ups. Then I took a shower. Then I ate my breakfast. So there, if you want the full morning. Alright, we're remembering to switch back to instant poison this time, because we didn't remember that last time.
Perhaps you would rather test yourselves against a more formidable opponent.
Ooh, I've taken a lot of damage already. Gosh, I had that debuff on me. This is not looking like a good attempt. Let's see, I didn't do my potion yet. I'm gonna hold the potion in case this doesn't really work out very well. We'll see. Stunned. Immediately remove that with human racial. I've got to keep my health ahead of his. Okay, potion up. I'm committing. Oh, I didn't get that repost activation. Oh, we got debuff again. I don't have cloak this time. See if we can land, I don't know, any abilities while this is up. Doesn't look like it. Wait for it to fade. Oh, that was a close one. That we were one hit away from death. If he crit us again, we were dead. We were dead. Okay. But I believed. Like, just like 6 of you guys, I also believed. Alright, close the prediction down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end submission. Okay. What do we got? 8.2 thousand versus 34,000 on no. Well, the no's have it. Nope. Alright, let's get out of here. Hearthstone. Prediction up. Don't worry, we'll just go get Thunder Fury now. And it'll be hype. Geddon Binding. There you go. Prediction for Geddon Binding is up. I talk to this vendor. Get rid of some of this crap that I looted. Peacekeeper leggings. Oh, I have a Night Slayer bracers. Kind of sick. Arcane armor. Pristine raptor skull. Elder raptor feathers. Elegant mantle of the owl. No, 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 no. On all of this stuff. Don't want it. Don't need it. Okay, good enough. Chuck Steeg, hello, how's it going? You say you're all in on Geddon binding. Nice. Let me see. Oh, let me get more of these while we're in town. Just talk to the fruit seller, who is a giant tree. Well, that's whatever. There we go. To Iron Forge. And then to Molten Core. Menarch says, you got your Baron Rivendare mount the other night. So last night I decided to get all the mounts I didn't have that I could buy and got the 100 mount achievement. Oh, very cool. Very cool. What do you get with the 100 mount achievement? What's the reward? I mean, it's another mount you get, I know, but I don't know what is it like. I think there's an albino drake, like flying mount. You get a blue dragon hawk. Okay. Is the albino drake also one of the mount achievements? Is it just like a different number? Albinos for 50. Okay. Something Wong says, I already lost 15,000 channel points. Now I'm all in. Make me proud. We'll see. I mean, just imagine if you're one of the people who has a little 1 next to their name in the YouTube clip of me getting 2 bindings in the same run. Like, just think about that. Just imagine that. Imagine not voting. Yeah, right, exactly. Peer review. Peer review says, true, as he proudly doubts that the Geddon binding is going to drop. Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is. You play poker, your vote is forced. Listen, being a believer or a doubter, look, doesn't have anything to do with playing poker or not. Something needs to drop so I will have points for Simonize 3. We'll see. We'll see what happens. He's just bluffing his no vote? Of course, of course. Through the Searing Gorge one more time, and we'll do this at least twice today. 2 more times. This time, and we gotta do it for Simon 3 also. Simon 3 already has Fiery Warhorse and already has Raptor mount. So I don't think we go to ZG or... I mean, ZG we could still get Tiger mount, but do I really want to go all the way there for 1 chance at Tiger mount, and like I don't even get to double dip and take Raptor mount also? I don't know. I think on Simon 3, we'll do Magister's Terrace and Molten Core. Familiar with the Bomberman Hero OST? It's one of my favorite N64 OSTs. I am not familiar, but I will write that down. I'm always looking for good soundtrack suggestions. So if anyone else has some good ones, please. Bomberman Hero OST. Basically, we're looking for video game soundtracks. Zelda, oh, okay, Mimic, we've got a lot of Zelda music in the playlist already. Those ones I already got. Got Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, already in there, and then one compilation that I believe is from Breath of the Wild.
The dark times will pass. Jarell arrived.
Is there a clip of you getting the Karazhan mount? Yeah, it's on the YouTube somewhere. I don't think I have it linked up in the Twitch chat yet. But the Simonize Show TV YouTube channel is what you want. Your channel, Simonize Show TV. It is in this YouTube channel. Okay, here we are. We're inside. I gotta heal up a little bit. On my rogue, I got Rivendare's mount and the Valentine's rocket on first attempt. Dude, that Valentine's rocket is like insanely rare. That one's crazy, dude. I didn't even try on the Valentine's rocket. Need a fresh Kings. Uh-oh. Oh, no, okay. I thought I was gonna fall in the lava. Oh, I did fall in the lava. Okay, we're good. No problem. Wait, the Valentine's rocket is a 310? That's crazy. You need the lava weak aura. What on earth does the lava weak aura do, and why do I need it? Tells you when to jump. Does it look like I was in danger? My interpretation was that, like, I didn't even need to jump at all. I would have made it through there completely fine swimming. You're 98.5% HP right now. You need it. Okay, that is true. I could have optimized that slightly more. Okay, 2 mobs in this hallway. A ancient core hound and lava surger. Waiting for the lava surger, but here's the core hound. This is the spot we're gonna fight Geddon. You know, in case you haven't seen this show before, you know, the thing we do every week. This is how it goes down. We fight Geddon in this little space here. So we've got to clear out these mobs that would be patrolling in the area. How do you come in instance without raid? There's a macro. You can mash the macro, and you'll be like temporarily considered in a raid. And if you zone in while you know, for in those couple seconds, it lets you in. You can find the macro on the Discord. Lifeless stone and no loot on that guy. Okay, so let's heal up. And we hit our fire protection. And we got Baron Geddon. There he is. Trying to spend energy. Like, I literally can't spend the energy fast enough. Now I just sat there and... Okay, that was not good. Do this, do that. Ooh. Okay, we're good. Can hit prep.
Run out.
Expose armor. Rupture.
Run out.
Faint active. Oh, oh, there we go. Oopsie. We took a 1400 damage tick there. Okay, we'll do another potion. It's always good to front load all of your defensive abilities so that your health stays high. it's important that you stay ahead of the boss in terms of percentage HP, because you have one talent that, like, massively boosts up your critical strike damage, while you have more health than your target as a percentage. So, like, front-loading your defensives to make sure you stay at high health hog damage is good, because it makes sure you are going to be ahead of the boss in health for basically the entire time. Whereas, like, saving your defensives to the end where, like, you're about to die and you're like, oh, I need a defensive to keep me alive. It's like, okay, well, you shouldn't have done that, because, like, what you should have done is use the defensive earlier when it would, you know, provide the same amount of health benefit, but also help your damage. We got some big hog damage coming in from Real River Sticks. Thank you very much for 5 gift subs, Real River Sticks. I appreciate that. I was mid Geddon kill, mid explanation of Geddon thing. I appreciate the 5 gifties. That's very generous. Total of 111 gifties in the channel. Really, really love it. I appreciate all you do to help support this channel. Okay. How's this prediction going? 9% believers? Anyone else want to get into this? You know, maybe a couple more believers, maybe okay, now we got 10 believers. I feel like this is a very low belief amount. Okay, we're up a little more. Okay, closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end submission. We're up to 15 doubters, 18 believers. The doubters have the points, the believers have the numbers. Essence of Fire, Heart of Fire, Elemental Fire. I'll loot that. I won't loot those. Seal of the Archmagus, Fiery Core. Preparing myself mentally for the binding that's going to be on the next page. Deep breath. Fuck. That's not it. That's not... Okay, but we got another try. Okay, listen, look. We got another try. When we go to Baron Geddon. By Baron Geddon, I mean Garr. Of course. Prediction for Garr is up. Seals the binding away. Oh, no. Simon's just baiting believers. Real River Strix, I know you've seen this stream before. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm always sitting here trying to get people to believe in the 3% drop or whatever. How's it going, Lord Beerus? Also, I see you in chat. How's it going? Let's see. What do we need to do? We need to heal up a little bit. Do that with this, and then we need to pre-pot a indestructible. Then we can engage Garr. If you ever get the ring, it's no binding. Look, when we get the binding today on Simon 3, I'll prove you wrong, because we'll get the binding and the seal of the Archmagus. Alright. Where's my camera? Dude, there we go. Knocking down those fire sworns. All the fire sworns are gone. How's my buffs looking? I need refresh of this one and refresh of that one. We do a rupture, do a this, do a that, do a slice and dice. Okay, just me and Garr now. Just me and Garr. Gonna try to do as many ruptures and ghostly strikes riposte and ghostly strike as I can while I maintain expose, rupture, and slice. And also keep looking at my buffs because he is going to keep dispelling them. I need to refresh agility, kings, and mark of the wild. Those are the relevant ones to refresh mid-fight because those are the ones that give me dodge chance. Like, he ripped away my power word fortitude already. I don't really care about that. Because that, you know, if I refresh power word fortitude, all that does is increase my max health. Doesn't do anything about my current health. And, you know, we're already below maximum health. That doesn't, you know, it's not helping anything. Still have all 3 of these. There it is. There it is. You guys gonna be in this for when the binding actually drops? %, believers, 27% believers, okay, 25% believers. Okay, who's getting into this right before I close it? I'm gonna close soon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end submission. Okay, we got 20 to 80. Okay. Let's see it. Essence of Earth, Core of Earth, Deep Rock Salt. None of that's good. Cenarian Helm. Fine. Fine. Also fine. Okay, we'll just get it on Simon 3. Don't worry, guys. We'll just get it on Simon 3, and then it'll be good. Okay? Just gonna open up the mailbox right here. Go Simon 3. And mail all of the consumables. And the glyphs that are good. Evasion, fan, and then we need this consumable and that consumable, and we need this consumable, and we also need these 2 consumables. Did I do both of the drums or just one of the drums? I don't remember. I have a bunch of drum charges left here, so I'm gonna guess that I didn't do the drums. There, and a blue drum. Okay, we just go again, you guys. It's really that simple. We go again. Log out in Molten Core in shame for not having gotten any mounts or bindings. No Stealth says it feels dirty, but we down horrendous on points. Classic doubter. Classic doubter just doubts all the time. Just call me LD, says Simon. I like your hat today. Thank you. I like this hat too. This one is kangaroo leather, made in Australia. I think it's definitely one of the highest quality, like, craftsmanship hat, look, like, craftsmanship and material of all the hats that I own. We'll do Magister's Terrace. I decided on this character. It was like, I basically ran out of teleports, and it would be super slow. Oh, this character has the soloing spec already. I don't even have to retalent it. Look at that. Life Ward. Oh, you know what? Actually, you know what I want to do? I totally forgot about this. I was talking about it the other week. What I think I should do is put Life Ward on my Fang of Oblivion. I have Fang of Oblivion on all of my characters, and I never use it anymore for raiding. Let me see if the Life Ward scrolls are cheap. 200? We're gonna get this Life Ward, and there's no shot we're paying 200 gold for it. Eternal Life. How many of this does it take? Hang on. We're gonna figure this out. Life Ward enchant. 4 Eternal Life and 1 Dream Shard. 1 item was not found. Bro. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dream Shard. Wait, it has to be like this. Dream Shard. Otherwise, it's going to find small Dream Shard. Okay. That's literally a 22 gold enchant, and the formula for it, of like the pre-made enchant, is going for 10x the price of the materials. Wow. Okay. Wonder how many of those are actually selling. But now we're going to go to trade chat. Looking for enchanter for Life Ward enchant. My Mats plus 10 gold tip. PST. Post it in trade chat. See what we can do. See if we can find an enchanter to hook us up. Oh, no stealth? Are you on? You said you could, Which one of these is no stealth? None of them. Bro. Okay, now no stealth online. Okay, okay. Thank you, no stealth. I appreciate that. Where are you at? Ironforge. Actually, stay... Oh, you're Hearthing? Okay. I mean, I can go to Ironforge, because I'm going to Molten Core. Whatever, you're here already. Also, no stealth, you know, if you want to, make a couple scrolls of this enchant. It is 10x... The scroll price is 10x the, price of the materials currently, so... You know... There might be a little bit of profit there, if you want to. Go for that. Thank you. Okay, so what we're doing is we're trying just using Fang of Oblivion instead of Masticator. Our main combo point builder here is Hemorrhage, and Hemorrhage gets a damage bonus with daggers. It's a fine ability to use with a dagger main hand. And Fang of Oblivion is just a higher quality item compared to Masticator. Like, Masticator's a 245 eye level, it's 196 DPS, whatever. Whereas Fang of Oblivion is 252 item level, it's 207 DPS. Like, it's just a higher quality item. So, like, if we can swap that in, that's pretty good, I would think. Hi, Simon. My guildies say that Assassination Rogue are 3-button class. Is it correct? Yeah, generally when you're raiding as an Assassination Rogue, it's not very hard. You're not pressing very many different buttons. Yeah, that's you're right about that. Real River Styx is the chance per hit to trigger Life Ward is going to be lower with Fang of Oblivion versus Masticator. That is true. Alright, we're going straight to Molten Core, and then we'll finish it off, I think, with the Magister's Terrace run. Let me put up the prediction for the Geddon binding. I mean, enchant scrolls, like, man, if I have to pay like a 10% premium over the cost of materials, or like, especially for cheap ones, like, I'm willing to pay for that convenience. I'm not willing to pay 10 times the price of the enchant for that convenience. That's a little different, but like, you know, for the ease of like just going to the auction house and getting the enchant, like, yeah, I'll put like 25, 40, 25 gold, 40 gold, maybe 50 gold, like, over the cost of the materials. Like, I'm totally fine with that. That's worth it. And I don't have to, like, mess around finding an enchanter or anything like that. But, like, there's a limit to how much I'm willing to pay for that convenience. And, 200 gold convenience fee on a 25 gold enchant? That's a little bit, too much. Bro, hold up. Whoa, look. Fang of Oblivion with Life Ward actually looks kind of cool. It doesn't, like, detract from the natural glow of the weapon. Whereas, like, I think when you put Berserking on this weapon, it actually looks kind of dumb. But, with Life Ward, it matches. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Okay. Away we go. Well, as long as I'm in this group with no stealth, I may as well just convert it to raid and zone into Molten Core. And I don't have to mess around with the little macro. Where's this person going? Oh, this is another Joyous Journeys enjoyer. Yeah, dude, No Stealth already has Thunder Fury, by the way, you guys. Like, he did these solo runs. He got the bindings. He just got Thunder Fury. I mean, like, I wish I could be like him. And, like, just get the bindings. I mean, Simon, have you ever tried just getting the bindings? Yeah, I've tried. I'm just not good enough. I'm not as good as No Stealth, that's for sure. Iron Force, what's going on here? 54, 57. They don't know what Lothos Riftwalker is about, I bet. Right back into Molten Core, not messing around with any stupid mounts on this one, just going for the oopsies. Just going for the big prize. The bindings. This is my second best geared rogue. Also the only one that has Pendulum. Got Solars, Embrace, Drape, Mimurons, got a Dark Matter over here. I've got Serenite Dragon and Blade Twister for combat. I got Blade Twister and Boot Blade for assassination. Pretty good stuff. I have a Sealing Ring, no Signet Ring though. Alright, we make it through here. Easy peasy. The dog's going to the right, so we'll go to the left. Still only seen one Embrace. Oof. Oof. You're fourth in line? Okay, so basically what you're saying is you're going to TOGC without it. Yeah, that's what's happening. That's what's happening, Menarch. Let's be real here. Okay, Instant Poison main hand. Deadly Poison offhand. I do not have a spare Boot Blade to put Life Ward on this character. That's like the one thing that's a little bit oof. Like, I gotta go all the way down to Golem Shard Sticker, which is kind of, you know, Golem Shard Sticker, kind of not the greatest. Let's get some buffs. And this buff, and this buff, and this buff. Tier chest is so bad. I was so happy to get Embrace and rid of that crap. Yeah. Tier chest is actually the worst. And Menarch, what I'd suggest for you is look forward to crafting a Nightbane Carapace in next phase. There is a pretty good item level 245 crafted chest you can get. Oh, Shin Blade of Agility. That vendor's for 5 gold. I'm very interested in that. Okay, now we need a food buff. Yeah, what are the stats on that thing? Nightbane. Hit, attack power, armor pen. So, like, yeah, not the great... You know, the armor pen, not the greatest for assassin, but, you know, what are you gonna do? If you're combat, that's all juice right there. If you're assassin, like, it's still better than your tier chest. 3 socket, yep. 245 item level, crafted. Easy peasy. Okay, where you at, Baron Geddon? Come on. And sometimes have, like, a really long patrol route. I'm curious how this goes with the dagger. I think it'll just be better, is my thought, but, like, you know, who knows, whatever, we'll see. Come on, Baron Geddon. What does he do over there? Probably chats up Sulfuron Harbinger. Maybe stops by Golemag, asks him what's up, you know, how the dog's doing. Oh, yeah, the dogs are good, the dogs are good. Okay, yeah, just chilling in the Molten Core. Alright, I'm gonna go talk to Sulfuron, too, see what's up with him. He's still just having all his minions heal him. It's super annoying. Heal each other. You know what he gets up to. And Golemag says, yeah, I know Sulfuron. No one likes him either. But you know what? We just tolerate him because, like, the boss hired him and, like, we, you know, it's not, look, Golemag says, if I was the boss, I would fire Sulfuron. Okay, RP session over. I hope you enjoyed my Molten Core roleplay session.
Run out.
Leveling a rogue as combat. Yep, in hardcore, I'm leveling as combat. If I was to level a rogue in Wrath of the Lich King, I would also do that as combat. Okay, we have screwed up a little bit. Gotta focus to play a little bit better here. Got the feint active. Good.
Run out.
Well, my bandage isn't on my bar. That was a L.
Run out.
Cloak that off. Okay. We're doing all right.
Run out.
Needed that feint for the living bomb. So I had to go back into the Inferno just a little bit. Although I think that was a you know net reduction in damage taken. This is gonna hurt me a lot. Uh-oh. We gotta vanish. I fucked up. Oh no! I screwed up! Oh no, we gotta go back in. Okay. This is what happens when I get too comfortable, okay? Not paying attention to what's going on. L, big L. No, dude, we're not playing hardcore yet. This isn't a death equal delete situation. Okay, so the thing... Let's see. One thing I should have done is usually I like to do one round of cooldowns right when I engage, and then after the first Inferno, I do the second round of cooldowns. I waited till after the third round of cooldowns, or third Inferno, sorry, after the second Inferno to do the cooldown. Yeah, so I delayed that a little bit. You want to use them earlier rather than later, because like sometimes you just get to use them again if you do them early enough. Did a hardcore Nax happen yesterday? Does anyone know? I have no idea about that. 6-minute cooldown on Shift F. That's a preparation ability. That's just another... It doesn't do anything on its own. It just resets my cooldowns for Blade Flurry and Evasion and Vanish. Why is it on cooldown? That's a good question. Why are any of my abilities on cooldown? I was engaged with the boss for way more than 30 seconds. I wonder... So right at the end, I decided that I was gonna die, so I tried to vanish. But he was mid-Inferno cast? I think I might have vanished, and then... I think vanishing right at the end, and then the vanish, like, didn't reset the encounter properly. That probably screwed with the cooldown resetting mechanic. Because, like, I vanished, then I took more damage and died. So maybe it considered the encounter, the, like, 2 seconds between... from when I vanished to when I died, and the encounter end trigger just, like, thought it was 2 seconds or whatever. Human is best race for Rogue on Alliance. Yeah, I would say so. Oh, I could have released before encounter end. Yeah, if he was stuck in his, like, animation for Inferno or doing whatever he was doing, that could have been it too, if I released really quickly. Not sure, I don't think I released super quick, but that could have been it as well. I mean, by the time we're back to him, like, we're not going to be waiting very long, I assume. We gotta go redo all of these buffs and stuff. Let's see, what do we got next? I just keep hitting next. Okay, full on this pass. Get the fire protection potion. Get him. Big rupture. Expose armor. Mashing buttons. It's very hard to spend all of that energy when your spender is hemorrhage. I stood in that inferno for way too long. Okay, now we hit prep. We hit Blade Flurry Evasion again. We just do it here. We do this. We do that. We do a feint. Reduce this damage. Big slice. Oh, he's doing Inferno again. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. Got the feint up. Got that. Ghostly Strike. Should do another potion. Again, you want to front load your defensives as much as possible so you can get a really big advantage over the boss in terms of percentage health.
Run out.
Feint active. Okay, there we go. Expose. Come on, get the exposed. There we go. I think I'll get a couple of ticks of bandage here. Okay, not as many as I thought, but whatever. Got some bandage happening there. Got good health so far. We can Cloak of Shadows the next Living Bomb. He seems to just not want to do. Yep, there we go. That's good. And that Cloak of Shadows is resisting some of those Inferno ticks also. That was nice. Big Rupture. Close Refresh. Boom, got him. I'm now friendly with Hydraxian Waterlords. Would you look at that? If there's any good time for a binding, it's now. Now that I'm friendly with the Hydraxian Waterlords. Why the feint on him? Feint is reducing AoE damage taken. Specifically, it's reducing the damage from the Living Bomb explosion. So I always use, if I don't have Cloak available to remove Living Bomb, I will make sure I have a feint up to reduce it, because it's a big amount of damage. Nope, not even using the feint glyph, just spending 20 energy on it here. I mean, it's not necessary. If you really needed to optimize for Baron Geddon, like you were struggling, then yeah, I would put feint glyph in. But it's just not necessary. I can kill it without it, assuming I actually play good. So, Geddon binding 4% believers. We have any more believers in the lair? Okay, wait, we're not in the lair. We're in the core right now. Any more believers or doubters? Anyone who wants to get in before this Geddon binding drops. Gonna close it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, we're getting some. Go up to 17. Okay, 17 believers, 9 doubters. Just gonna take all of the doubters' points. That's what's gonna happen when this binding drops. Wait, 1 second. 1 second, really quick. Hang on. I've got something for this exact situation. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, okay, that's good, that's good. We'll definitely get the drop. Definitely getting the drop here. Okay. Let's go. Oh, it's in group loot. Friggin', that's annoying. Okay, I need that. I need that. I need that. I also need that. Yikes. Yikes. how many friggin' times I've killed this boss. Okay, change it to free-for-all. We're binding. Next week for sure. Okay, guys, trust me. It'll be next week. Okay, prediction, start prediction. Will Garr binding drop? Oh my god. You kill Garr? Yeah, we're about to. Can I buy a Simon token for more channel points? I mean, look, I wish if if I could figure out how to give you more channel points for subscribing, I would do that. But I don't think I don't think I can even do that. I don't think it's even an issue of me figuring it out or not. I think that's just not a thing I can do. Okay, we want to start with maximum health. This is the most difficult boss we solo, so we gotta take it seriously. Okay, we start by targeting the closest one of... Well, they keep moving. Do this, then do that. Okay. We're gonna hit a ghostly into a slice and dice into target Garr, press evasion, adrenaline rush, repost, blade flurry, spam, fan of knives. Energy's low, use that global to hit my preparation. Now all my abilities are back. Expose armor up. The preparation does take a global. You have to dedicate a global cooldown to it. Blade flurry again, evasion again. Keep spamming fan of knives. Our goal is to take out all of the fire sworn right away. We just lost our king's buff, refresh that, and our mark of the wild buff, refresh that also. Refresh the expose armor, the slice and dice. We have to single target this fire sworn now because our blade flurries are gone. Now it is just me and Garr. There's a lot that happens right at the start. I tried my best to commentate all of it. But now we're into the steady part, where it's just me and Garr, and we watch our buffs. We want to make sure we have King's, Agility, and Gift of the Wild. He will eat them sometimes and dispel them. And we want to maintain Rupture, Expose, and Slice. And we want to use Repost and Ghostly Strike as often as we can. This is actually not looking good. Buff situation. We still have all of our buffs. But it's just like, our health is going down a little bit faster than I would like. And maybe that's due to the, like, less chance per hit to trigger the healing that we did with this weapon. You know, we knew that was going to be a thing. Oh, shit. We just got double crit. We're almost certainly not winning here. I'm going to vanish. Okay. So one thing I knew was a possibility was, like, basically, we used to use Masticator all the time instead of Fang of Oblivion. But I thought to switch to Fang of Oblivion because it's just a higher quality weapon, right? Like 207 DPS. Let me put this in the middle of the screen. 207 DPS versus 196, you know, slightly better secondary stats. You know, most of the time I don't need this hit rating. Actually, these are boss level enemies. I do need the hit rating. That's cap. But everything about it's good except that the chance per hit to trigger Life Ward is going to be lower. And while that balances out with the faster attack speed for auto attacks, it doesn't balance out for abilities. I do the same number of abilities, so I get less Life Ward triggers from abilities when I use Fang of Oblivion. I'm going to try it one more time on Fang of Oblivion. Like, sometimes this boss is just hard and he just kills you. And, like, you have to vanish or whatever. So, maybe it was a fluke that I performed so poorly there. Or maybe it's because of the weapon. I want to try one more time with Fang of Oblivion before I decide that Fang of Oblivion is bad. So we'll heal up to full. Oh, I've got to redo my Fortitude buff. We have King's, Agility, and Mark of the Wild. All the other buffs are good. Okay, now we want to heal again. Where is it? Snow Plum. Full health. Free pot and indestructible potion. I should put my tooltip... Hang on. I have my tooltip popping up in the lower left of my screen, so you guys can't see it all the time. I should put it over here, because, like, what else is over here? Nothing. But that's a problem I'll fix later. Okay. Pre-pot, throw. Get that Ghostly Strike. Switch to Garr. Evasion, Adrenaline, Repost, Blade Flurry. Fan, expose, fan, preparation, fan, slice, redo evasion. Now I'm going to pool up some energy here, then do my Blade Flurry so I can spend more energy during Blade Flurry, knock down those Fire Sworns a little easier. Now it's just me and Garr, and I have full health right now. I'm going to wait for my evasion to fade before I hit my Ghostly Strike. The evasion basically avoidance caps me. The Ghostly Strike doesn't help much when I already have evasion active. Now let's look at my buffs. I'm missing Kings, and I'm missing my Agility Scroll, so we refresh those. Refresh my Slice and Dice. Punch the boss a couple of times. Hit the Ghostly Strike on cooldown. Re-up the Rupture. This is looking much better. Little Eviscerate. Never mind. Okay, we'll just do Expose Armor. Buffs expired. Redo that one. Okay, still got all these buffs. Ghostly Strike time. Refresh Slice and Dice time. 22 seconds on my potion. Hit that repost. Ghostly Strike coming in 8 seconds. Re-up this one. Re-up this one. Do Ghostly Strike. Slice and Dice. I let that drop. That was a mistake. That's like... Slice and Dice is the most important of all of these buffs I'm trying to maintain. I really do not want to drop Slice and Dice. And that Rupture maybe even should have been an Eviscerate, because this guy's about to die. We got it this time. I'm not sure if that's actually better or worse with the Fang of Oblivion versus the Masticator. Certainly, like, I died once. Maybe that was a fluke. Maybe not. What I would say is it's definitely not, like, it's certainly not noticeably better using Fang of Oblivion versus using Masticator. Sound says, you got the Tiger finally this weekend. Now I have both ZG mounts before they get removed in Cat. Well, hell yeah, Sound. Congratulations. Okay. Who wants to get in on this Garr binding? 11% believers, 89% doubters. That's just what it's gonna be, I say. That's just what it's gonna... Oh, wait, we got some movement. What's happening? What's happening? Okay, whatever. End submission. End submission. Let's see how it is. You guys not getting in on the prediction prior to the kill. Essence of Earth. Felhard Horns. Lava Core. Flame Waker leg plates. You guys. I'm actually so unlucky. The number of times I have killed these bosses, I mean, I'm killing each one 3 times a week. The fact that I have no bindings yet is absolutely, it's like way, it's below average. It is below average. It is legitimately unlucky. Did you see many in Classic? I don't know. I don't really remember, because, like, the binding would never be prio to me, so, like, you know, that's a warrior item. Like, that is a tanking item in Classic. If you're in any kind of serious guild, you're not giving that to a rogue on purpose. So it's like, I was never paying attention to, like, really whether bindings were dropping or not. But now Now, because I'm the only person in the raid, they are rogue prio. Thick Meta TV says, your post in the Frontier Discord made me laugh. Just the I know how to play rogue. Yeah, that's it's a guild Discord, like a upcoming guild for the official hardcore servers. I thought it was trying to be kept on the down low. Okay, so we got nothing. Okay, we go to this guy. We're gonna vendor some stuff. Felheart, Cenarian. Wait. Felheart horns. Felheart shoulders. Okay. Shin blade of agility. Don't need that. We'll go to Magister's Terrace next. That's the plan. Giant stalkers. There's really no other... Oh, yeah, we only did Molten Core on this character. So yeah, of course there's no other loot. Simon Bank can take this Primal Nether, Essence of Earth, Essence of Fire, Lava Core. Do I have any fiery cores? Yep, I got 2 over there. Take that also. Okay, good. Everything's good. I am switching back to the Masticator. And we go to Dalaran portal to Shatrith City. Okay. Prediction. Our prediction. Will Swift White Hawkstrider drop? Yes or no? Do you use the same spec for Magister's Terrace? Yeah. Magister's Terrace is... I don't know if Magister's Terrace is easier than the Tiger boss or not, but it's definitely on the easy end of the spectrum. You definitely could just do this as, like, standard raiding combat if you have pretty good gear, and I don't think you'd have too much trouble. But it's like, I'm going through soloing all this stuff. I figure it's worth my time to actually spec into a soloing spec. Dude, the crazy thing is, if I get the White Hawkstrider here, I'm probably just gonna keep using the Fiery Warhorse's reins anyways. It's just gonna sit in the pet collection tab, and not get used. Wait, is this heroic? Remember to poison main hand. Thank you, Lorena. Yeah, that's important. Yeah, Magister's Terrace heroic. It tells me in the chat log. Okay, we're good. Instant poison there. I'll start moving through. Thick Meta TV says, tons of people made it public, cat's out of the bag. Dude, so you're saying I'm not special for being in Frontier Discord anymore? Is that what you're saying, Thick Meta? Because, like, damn. I thought I was special. How hard is the boss in Karazhan compared to Tiger Boss? Okay, let me do a quick ranking. Notepad. Most difficult, least difficult. Garr is definitely at the top. High Priest Thekal is near the bottom. Which one's less hard? Is probably Kael'thas, Heroic, MGT. Then you've got Attumen, the Huntsman. You've got Geddon, Baron Geddon, and you've got Raptor Boss. Let me think about that. I think that's how I want it to be. The Baron so like, these two are up here because they're basically execution fights. You have to, you have to, like, play the fight properly. And if you play it properly, like, yeah, it's not that difficult. But, like, you have to learn a little bit how to respond to what the boss is doing and how to sequence your stuff. Garr is really difficult because, like, it's kind of more of a numbers check. And, like, you do everything right, you can just get unlucky. And, like, have to vanish and go again. This guy, a little bit of a numbers check, but certainly a much easier numbers check. And there's not much to say about the execution. And these guys are just Omega lulz. So, yeah. That's how I'd rank them. What if... Okay, I tried skipping these guys before. Or no, I tried skipping the mobs around the second boss before, but I didn't try skipping this section. Okay, let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. We're not dead yet. Moving carefully around so they line of sight to me. I mean, imagine doing this in more than one pull when you could just... God, these friggin' things. Yeah, okay, I like this. This is definitely doable. A little preparation, who cares? This guy says, his voice line is, yes, I am a god. Literally, he's at 10% health, and I just fucking smashed him. How can he think that? Stupid. Badge of Justice. Remember to loot your badge, everyone. Badges of Justice from TBC, unlike the emblems in Wrath, they do not automatically go to your bag. I'm gonna heal up a little bit, because I'm gonna stealth directly to the next boss, skip all of these stupid worms. Monarch says you got Don Carlos hat from Old Hillsblad Heroic. First try, now I have my own pet ghost coyote. Awesome. It's a cool looking hat. Pretty good. Oswald Duke says, I got 1/2 binding in, like, Legion, just logged on into retail and I can't find the half. Did they change something? I do not know about retail. I am through and through a classic Andy, okay? I do not know if something got changed with the bindings in retail. Okay. Take this guy over here. This guy's gonna summon, you see these things. And every time I get one of those, it gives me a nice buff. I'm gonna need a healing potion here. I'm having a little bit of... Whoa, what just killed me? Okay, maybe I actually need to have evasion for that boss. I went directly into it without any cooldowns. Because I just blew all the cooldowns on the first boss. Because I didn't really feel like, you know, killing the trash and then killing the boss. Okay, that's literally the first time I've ever died to that boss. Let's look at my death log. 25-second encounter. Energy feedback, energy feedback, energy feedback 900. Yeah, so the debuff that gets put on me that, like, massively increases my damage dealt. Also, it also deals me 300 damage per second. Energy Bolt, pure energy. Okay, that's from the ad that I chose not to kill at the end. Those dealt about 2,000 damage apiece. And then melee... Vexalis melee'd me for almost 4,000. Yeah, so my assessment of that is, yeah, I do actually need to have evasion to beat that boss. Okay. Good to know. Get this, and get this, and this, and this, and this one, and this one. Hot Boxia says death equals delete. No, not on this character. Not on this character, it doesn't. Oswalduk says you actually just found it in your packs. Right side complete. Okay. Is Molten Core still even available in retail? Can you, like, go in there and get the other bindings? Death equals appeal. True. True. Alright, so you can still collect your Thunder Fury. Awesome. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. This is taking way longer today than usual. I think we've been moving slowly. I know I've done this, like, full run in 2.5 hours, and we are now on to, 3.5 hours. Oh well. We're having a good time. Who cares if I do the runs a little bit slower than usual because, you know, like, I died to stupid things or spent a lot of time arguing with chat about if the WoW token is good for the game or not. You know, who cares? Okay. We go again. Wait, the Sunblade Keeper. The heck? Maybe I should let that guy go away. Wonder if he dealt damage to me during the encounter. No, Danish Lurker, the way it works is, like, the slower we get through the mount farms, it just means we spend less time in classic hardcore. That's really what that means. The stream's still gonna end when the stream, you know, when it's dinner time for me. Evasion up. Bro. Please, I better not die again. That would be so embarrassing. Okay, good. We killed it. 13... Wait, this is like 14 gold for that staff. Okay. Okay, we move on. Dude, I do not remember that boss being so difficult. Sunblade Sentinel, not interested. Just stealth past. Giant green robot, nope. Simonize, more like Simon Dies. Yeah, but only on Wrath of the Lich King. And that's because, like, I'm gonna try to do cool stuff. And then, like, die sometimes because I push the limit of my character. Which is not something I get to do in hardcore. In hardcore, you don't really do that. You don't go and, you know, intentionally push the limit of your character. What drop are we looking for here? We're looking for the Swift White Hawkstrider. Comes from the last boss, not this one. The one after it. Heal up a little bit. Warlord Solaris, Zelfan. None of these actually matter. I'm just waiting. You know what? I probably don't even need to wait for my Adrenaline Rush cooldown. I was saying I was gonna wait for the Adrenaline Rush, but, like, come on, bro. That's really unnecessary. yeah, like, look at that. Did that look like something where, like, I needed cooldowns?
Not what I had.
Shard of Contempt, easy. Fog Trinket. Used to be good. Isn't really relevant now. But hell yeah, look at that. Big expertise value there. Well, he just healed himself. That's not fair. Okay. Varnished Claymore, 2 gold. What I like to see.
Don't look so smug. I know what you're thinking. But Tempest Keep was merely a setback. Did you honestly...
Alright, Kael'thas Sunstrider going on and on with his monologue as usual. Acting all smug.
He was merely an instrument, a stepping stone to a much larger plan. It has all led to this. And this time, you will not interfere.
Come on. We do actually want to kick his fireballs. They hurt a lot, so I'm going to make sure I have energy for that.
Killers.
Friggin' Phoenix spawn.
I'll turn your world upside down.
Good, I killed the egg. You know, bait really far away. So these orbs, they come to me slowly. Then we go over like this. And then we get a little bit of damage time before the orbs get back to me. Touching the orbs will hurt my character a lot. So we don't want that. No bueno. But also, he's just gonna drop me pretty soon. Yep, there we go. Get a little bit of DPS time on him again.
Do not get too comfortable.
Alright, he's dead. He's dead.
Will have you
Let's see the Hawk Strider.
in your own blood.
Prediction.
Shall burn.
What's it gonna be? Swift White Hawk Strider, 8% believers, 92% doubters. Let's close this one up. Primal Nether, Badge of Justice. Frick. 12 gold, 7 gold. Dude, another week? Nothing. The believers are in absolute poverty. Barely holding on to the little channel points they earn between losing every single time. Oh, boy. Also, I don't have a Hearthstone available to get out of here. That's fine, though. Who cares? Yeah, we could just log out right here. Here's a vendor. Turn that into 7 gold. 14 gold. 6 gold right there. 1 gold right there. Here's 2 gold, 30. Cudgel of Consecration. Yeah, dude, there's some gold. There's a little bit more gold. Flame Waker leg plates. That's 4 gold, 80. Nice. Presume maybe I could sell this. Apparently, last I checked on the auction, it only sold for 1 gold, 92. Which is not very much compared to the vendor price of 1 gold, 60. Wow. That is not much. I mean, I guess that's not surprising. I mean, it's a freaking Primal Nether. Who cares about that item? I wonder if I could craft, like... I wonder if people would buy leveling gear. Like, level 70 crafted items, crafted epics. Leg enchants, perhaps. Wonder what the markup on those would be. Okay. I'm gonna log out here. We'll switch over and do a little bit of hardcore classic. We can find a good group for Scarlet Monastery or Razorfin Downs, I would be game for that. My rogue is level 40. I've got the quests, or I think I actually still have to accept the quest, but like I can get the quests for the swords for those instances. Okay, let's quit out of that. Let's go over here. Classic era servers, log in for that.